What is up, everybody? Welcome to Underground Crypto. Shout out to everybody who's in the house. Melissa, Blues Guy, somebody do me a favor and let everybody know that we are live. Somebody tell Bankroll that we are live. Hopefully everybody will come through. Cryptic Quinton. What's up, man? I appreciate you being here. I love seeing a newer name. I'm not saying I've never seen your name before, but a newer name for sure. And we got the countdown. We're going to be in the crypto bubbles in just a second. I should probably bring those up. And yeah, got a lot of stuff to talk about. Got a lot of things that I want to talk to you guys about. Of course, our usual show. We're going to raise that crypto IQ. Got a great topic for you today. And there we are. Let me get in the frame of the camera a little better. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm new here. You came from the Lifer stream, correct? I'm pretty sure I've seen your name before somewhere. I think you... Did you come another day before? Yeah, much love, brother. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I got a whole show for everybody today. I don't know if you've watched before, but first off, we come over to the crypto bubbles and we kind of get an eye for what the heck is going on. But I do have to say that I am in a trade, and I got to kind of keep an eye on it. It's kind of finally got to where I wanted to get to. And so I basically need to lock in some profits here. And I don't want to get so distracted that I don't do it, right? So let's see. What would... did we get to 70 yet? No, we're still not quite to 70. All right. I'm a little bit flustered there because I need to pay a little bit of attention to it. I've been waiting all day to get to where we're going. I've been underwater most of the day. It's been a little bit stressful. But that's not what you're here for. You guys are here for... Yeah, he did. Okay, cool. Camp's in the house. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. But that's not what you guys are here for. We're here for the crypto bubble. So Pippin getting a 59.9% pump today. Hyper, 25.3%. Lighter, 12.8%. Pump.fun, 16.8%. So there's some action in these top alts. River down 10.7%. And I will tell you that River is what I've been trading for the last couple of days. And it just, after that all-time high, like I knew it was going to pull back. Like I wasn't buying at 82. I took profits up there on the trade I was in at the time. But man, did it just go from like 75 all the way down to 55. You can see right here is like the only really relief pump that we got at all. Like they just held it underwater. You know, normally when you're trading something, I guess I'm used to trading BTC, guys. You get some relief on your way down. Even when you're trending down, like you get some kind of pump up to mitigate out of, and they weren't going to let you mitigate out of a thing. It was really crazy. So I'm thinking about changing the coin that I'm trading for sure. So if anybody has any recommendations for a, you know, high volume coin to trade, Pippin looked pretty nice. I don't know how I feel about Pippin. I'd really have to look at the chart. I wish this thing would update. I can't really afford to have this thing roll over on me. That would really suck. Need to kind of lock in my profits here. Come on, pump, pump, pump. Don't lose that 21. It'd be a shame if we lost that 21. We got the heat map. Shout out to Bankroll for turning me on to this little website here with the heat map. I'm used to using my book map for everything BTC. And we have liquidity going up, though. That makes me want to hold in to this 71 right here. I don't see it turning around. Like, there's not much liquidity down here. I guess a little bit. I guess there's some. All right. Well, I don't want to distract us too much. So now we drop down another 100 on the crypto bubbles. We have the CCD, Concordium, yep. And it is up 34%. Where are the big ones? Frax Dollar up 21%. Monad up 14%. Sourced and sold them. I'm at like about $400 for profit, and about $420. And I just saw that we have liquidity on the heat map all the way up to about 71. So 71 is really even just 70 and a half. That's where I'm going to plan to take my profits. I think that it's a pretty safe bet that we go there, but nothing, I tell you, nothing in trading. And the style of trading that I'm doing right now is like, it's high risk and it's also very high stress. Anyways, hopefully that answers your question. So we have Meteora, which is a decentralized exchange on Solana. Rose, which we used to trade all the time back in the day. The lifers should know it. If you've been a lifer for more than like a year and a half, 2 years, you would definitely know Rose. Penguin still doing something. It's getting social media buzz. It's getting attention. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was James O'Keefe maybe who retweeted it or posted about it or something, and that gave it a little bit of buzz. I mean, he's popular enough. He's more popular than your average person. Fogo, we've talked a lot about. So let's go ahead and go run over to our price rundown. So Bitcoin, 89,173. So Bitcoin pushing back up to that 90,000, Ethereum back over 1,000. I talk a lot about the psychological levels locally. This is not like some ginormous thing, but locally at Bitcoin 90,000, Ethereum 3,000, XRP $2. Solana, I don't really have a solid one on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't focus on Solana a lot. I hold some of it, but I don't really trade it or look at it a lot. That's just the truth. And I know some of my other ones because I got in at really good prices. I didn't get the greatest price on Solana. I'm sure I'm actually underwater right now. But throw a 111 in the chat tonight if you are still bullish on crypto. If all of this nonsense in crypto hasn't completely shaken you out of your crypto or shaken your conviction in crypto, then yeah, definitely throw that in the chat, that 111. I'm looking at this trade real quick. Kind of looking like some diamond vibe here. I don't use the diamond pattern very often, but man, does that look very diamondous. This is not what I would normally do a diamond with, but and they usually break out where they, this is a weird way to do this drawing, but you know, they usually break out the way that they came in. It's just very interesting if we don't go to 71 here. But am I just being greedy? I might be. I might just being greedy right now. That's like a shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. We've had a lot of pump. Got a little bit of support right here. I have no idea if it'll hold with the shoulder, with a head and shoulder pattern. I'd be very kind of surprised if that thing held. If I get another nice blue candle up, I might just take my profits on that one. Nice. Glad to see everybody with the 111s. Thanks for telling me who has the conviction. So, Sourced and Sold says sell. Yeah, you would think I would. You would think that I would, but I can be a little stubborn for all the gains, right? Especially when I was just up over 400. I was like, I'd like to get back up over 400. Let's see if we get rejected from this 21 real quick. By the way, we're trading River on weeks if you don't know what we're doing here. Come on. All right, I'll check back up on that in just a moment. We were doing our price rundown. Like I said, I'm a little off because I'm in this trade. Bitcoin, 89,173. Ethereum, 3,000. Let me just start over. BNB, $894. XRP, $1.90. Solana, $126. And finally, on our 7 days, we're starting to see green. Remember, this was just red for, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. It was red for a while. And you're going to see some things are obviously still red. Dogecoin at like a break even, but that's just because the weeks moved on. It hasn't actually really pumped much. It's still at 12.5 cents. I believe the Lifer had put out a call for Dogecoin. I need to go look at that in more detail. I saw it, but I didn't really look at it in detail. Cardano, ADA, 1.5 on the 7 day at 35 cents, 35.5 cents. Monero, $468. Chainlink, $11.97. Hyperliquid, $31.88. XLM, 20 cents. Zcash, $396, up 13.5% in the last 7 days. Canton Network, now a bigger coin, number 30. That thing is still hanging out. 15 cents. SWI, $1.43, not really green on the 7 day yet. Avalanche, $12.08. HBAR, 10 cents. Sorry, misreading stuff. And then let's go see. I want to see where River is, man. River must have fell. Where are you at, River? Yeah, it fell way down. And what's the 24-hour volume? See, that's what's crazy to me is the 24-hour volume says that it's like 94.8 million. And this thing just is mostly just dumped. I don't know if a lot of this volume is in the recent last like 2-3 hours maybe. Very interesting. And where is that Flare token for the Blues guy? I'm not sure where the Blues guy is. Where is the Blues guy? Nope. There we are. Number 105. That's where it was before. All right, let's go over to what's trending. Highlights. That's what I want. Being in a trade while you're trying to do your live stream the way you normally do really throw you off pretty hard here. There we go. Now we're getting the pump back up. 425. It's hard to believe, man, that we don't go to 71 here. It's just really hard for me to believe. It's hard for me to let go when I've held it this long and I'm up. And I see so much liquidity at 71. They're so close. And this coin is really stubborn. Like, if you have liquidity close, they almost always go get it. What I need to see is I need to see them break that level there. If we break that level right this second on this pump, or, you know, very close within this pump without retracing much, that tells me there's a high willingness to go higher. If it kind of fizzles out, basically right now, like the 21 is pretty much my guide. That is the white line, 21-day moving average, if you don't know. And, you know, this is getting kind of mixed into our stream now. You know, I can't be trading and then come on. Everybody says they want to see more trading. Everybody says they love the trading. And so I want to incorporate it more and more. For sure, we just broke it. We just broke it. There you go. That tells me that we are gone. I'd love to set like a sell order. I guess I can. I could set a sell order. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's set that sell order. So let's go to close. It's so much different. I guess, yeah, I guess we'll have to go to take profits. Okay, don't remind me again. Yeah, I get it. Alarm's going off. I'm nervous for you, bro. Hey, I don't know why you're nervous. We're doing all right. And I'll tell you, Camsta especially, like, this style of trading that I'm doing is, like, very, very high, like, stress and nerves. Like, very, very high stress and nerves. For sure. I want to mark it out at 71. Please order the best market price. Yep. There we go. Let's confirm that. Now, I'd love to do 100%, but I'm... It's so funny. Bankroll said it the other day. It's like you're the river market maker. The truth is, like, you can only sell so much at a time when you set an order, and therefore, I legit can't set it at 100%. I think. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I'm wrong. Okay, can I change it? Let's just cancel it and do it again. All right, let's do it again here. So we want to. Let's see if it says it. When I try to do it on my phone, it says like there's just too much. Like I can't close that much at one time is basically what it tells me. And let's see what happens when I hit confirm. Order successful. Okay, so it actually let me do it there, which is good because that means like I kind of put that liquidity up there. I'm sure that's very comparable to the probably $1 million up there. But if it helps, it helps. And then from there, we can kind of move on. We're set. We have that set. Hopefully, it doesn't dump on us. Very much hope so. Again, we saw it break that previous right there. Hopefully, it's not just diving for a little bit of liquidity. No, it's going. It's got willingness to go. And I'll hit it at 71, and I'll do great. And then I'll see it at like 85 tomorrow, and I'll be like, dang, I should have got a little bit more out of it, right? And for anybody who doesn't know, my trade yesterday went so sideways on me. I got caught up in this huge drawdown. I'll show it to you. This is probably not the best chart. I'll show it to you later on TradingView. Because when you show these charts on here, you have all your buys and sells are all on here. I wish I could turn that off. I probably can turn that off. Hopefully you guys love the trading stuff. Hopefully I'm not rambling and that's not what you're here for. We are going to go over what's trending. We're going to talk about things. We're going to raise your crypto IQ. We're going to do all kinds of stuff. This is just the beginning of the stream. Buckle up, put your thinking caps on, and we'll continue to move on here. Tell me they weren't just diving for liquidity. 1 minute just topped out. I'm sure everything is so extended. No, 3 minutes got legs. 5 minutes got legs. 15, of course, is totally overdone. 30-minute. 1 hour's got legs. Barely, but that hasn't turned yet on me. And you have this inverted head and shoulder. Although, I'll tell you, patterns on this coin, I'm so used to trading BTC. Like, patterns on this coin, it is a little slanted. I'll give it that. But patterns on this coin have just played out like absolute garbage. Like, not at all. Not at all. Anyways, I digress. I could talk about the trade. It's been what I've been doing and taking up most of my time and focus now for a couple of days. Do they let you set alerts? Can you? You can't set alerts on here, can you? No, there's no alerts. All right. I would love if it would alert me when the 21 is crossed. All right, so let's talk about what's trending. Now we'll move along here. Camsta, I'm nervous for you, bro. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I guess these blue shields are another version of the wrench. Blue shields. Oh, they're shields. They're like a circle with a star in it, and they have a color, Melissa. And that's because you're a member. And the longer that you stay a member, they change colors, right? So it shows like seniority, basically. So like, say you were still hanging out with us a year from now and you had the membership still, you would basically be a different color. It changes different colors, right? I don't know what it ends at. I think it ends at like 5 years or something crazy. I don't know, but I'll still be here 5 years from now. I'm pretty confident about that. Let's talk about what's trending. I know the show's a little bit different than normal. Hopefully it's different, better, right? Hyperliquid, Pudgy Penguins, Pump.Fun, Monad, shout out Melissa, BTC, Lighter, Seeker, River, Sui. I got to highlight the ones that mean something to me, right? So Tether Gold, Penguin. I'm not bullish on Penguin. I got to tell you that. World Liberty Financial, Axie Infinity, Pax Gold, and Solana. I always say World Liberty Finance. I guess it is technically financial. It's very interesting. And there's nothing here, right? So what do? We usually look at a coin that we don't know anything about. We see and we go after it. We go deep dive it. Or we see a coin that, we've seen before, but I'm working off of me that maybe I don't know very well. If there were any here, it would be Penguin. No, not that one to the left. It's so funny. It would have been a great time to use that palm to the forehead. I don't know. To the left. Your left or my left? I see the @ symbol. Is it in your name? Like @ symbol, Melissa, the numbers, a wrench, and then the little shield thingy? Is that what you're calling a shield? I'm not too sure. Not too sure what you're talking about. But we're going to figure it out here together. And I do apologize. Had to take my car to the shop today, Melissa. And I know you guys requested a new tab in the group, and I am going to do it. Don't think I forgot. I just had to be at like a shop all day while they worked on my car. And it's taken up pretty much all of my day. And then I had to go to Costco, which is a grocery store for anybody who doesn't know, right after. So I pretty much got home, had like 30 minutes, and I got an important phone call, and then bam, I'm streaming. I haven't got any time. Anyways, this Penguin, every time I see it, I just call it Penguin. I'm not even going to like try to say whatever the heck that is. And as I say that, I feel like I want to try to read it, but I'm just going to look like a fool if I do that. So I'd almost rather not do that. All right, checking on the trade, right? I'm going to do that from time to time if we're going to be trading. Anyways, this is Penguin. It's got 101.4 million in it. Maybe this is the next coin that I do some trading on. I'm not sure. See what the liquidity was. I usually never pay attention to 24-hour volume and stuff because I don't trade altcoins. That's kind of my thing. And like now I've been trading actually in and out of altcoin. And so now I got to pay attention to that. That's how you kind of evolve. You do different things and you have to pay attention to different stuff. It's almost completely vested, 999.9 million in circulation, 1 billion max supply. So there's really not many coins there left. All right. So Solana contract should come to no surprise to anybody. Penguinsol.com. It's all about walking away from the group. I feel like the group is who is buying this coin, right? The crypto bros, they're all together like a bunch of frat boys, and they are just pumping this thing, and they're all excited about it. And that feels more like being a part of the group than it does being a part of the group. And I know that's probably unpopular. I'm probably, because I'm a crypto person, I hate saying the word influencer because I just don't like it. But if you want to call it that, because I'm a quote-unquote crypto influencer, then I guess I'm supposed to love it and pump it. I just don't do that crap. That's why I think a lot of you guys come to the stream, because I just have zero interest in just trend hopping from one thing to the other. So next we go to crypto rank, just pulling up top gainers, top losers for the next part when we get there. Dang, it is hanging there. It's going. The fact that we haven't pulled back, like, look at this thing. I just got to say it. Like, look at this thing. It got this pump straight up after doing absolutely nothing for all of eternity, for like 2 days. Got this pump straight up and then just ran, and it like never lost that 21 on the 1 minute, like even one time. It's pretty crazy. That's how you know this thing is like very bullish. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing goes much higher than 71. Let's update that liquidity again. Update it, take a look. So yeah, you're right there. You got to 71. What is up here? It's so hard to click these things. Like, how do I zoom in on this? When I try to zoom in on the page, it like just doesn't work. It's not very much. 248 versus like 97K. Oh, that's even less. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully we do go to 71. Maybe that'll be the end. Thank you, Melissa, for the super chat. Is that a super chat or a sticker? It looks like a super chat, but you didn't type anything in, which is fine. I appreciate you big time. Society Accent telling me how to say it, like Nietzsche. Frederick Nietzsche. Hopefully I said that right. I felt like I said it right, but who knows? I DM you in the Discord. Okay. Probably a picture of what you were talking about earlier. Let's see what kind of liquidity is up here. Not very much. I think, I think it'll maybe keep going, but it's definitely kind of going to be over at that point. I honestly should just sell this thing right now. I'm probably being a little greedy right here. All right. What are we even at? Dang it. Can't do this fast enough. Yeah. It's not the same as it is on my phone. I might just have to close this on my phone. I don't really care for this over here very much. Oh, so torn. So torn. Now it just sucked back up. Let's go. There it goes, man. I need it to break this level. The difference is like 470 and 6 something. If we can hold this 21, if we could hold the 21 here while the 1 minute Stokes reset, it could happen. I'm way up. I just don't want to see this thing go back to being like only $300. After the day I've had, though, I got to admit, $300 would be fantastic. I was down like $550. Which is not crazy uncommon, but like after losing pretty big last night, they just held it to the ground. They wouldn't even let it break the 21, but maybe one time for the brief second. And I mean, it looks very flaggish. You would think that this would pop. The liquidity's up there, and it's very flaggish right now. Let's see, will it pop before I get to draw it or no? Oh, let's go. Oh, man, why you got to do that to me? Now they've done that a couple of times. Oh, they're rinsing. Well, at least the odds of me losing are extremely slim. And, of course, they kind of dip as the Stokes reset, but it immediately comes back up as a wick. That just tells me that there's a ton of strength there. This thing should have reset many times over. Like, many times. And all we get are these little wicks, you know what I mean? And then like immediately sucked back up. So yeah, back above the 21. In this kind of situation, the 21 is really my guide here. So they dipped. I don't know if people are setting, stop losses crazy tight. But usually once they take those stop, there you go. There you go. Let's go. Oh, I'm not even on the chat. Sorry, everybody. Every time I tell myself I've had it, I'm exiting the trade, I regret it 5 minutes later every time. Yeah, for real. I feel that. I feel that. And like right there, I thought we were about to really move a little bit and hold that level. And it seems like they just grabbed liquidity. Oh, that sucks. And so like, are we done now? Is it over? Before that was getting sucked right back up, right? You do have a pretty decent level there. Wow. And the thing is, you got to watch out, man. This thing could turn on a dime and go on a radical dive. You know, I'm not that far away. Come on. Get back above the 21. I feel like if we don't get back above the 21, it's probably a wrap. It was getting sucked right back up. Come on, this is a chance. If this candle doesn't get above that 21, I'm out. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up on my phone so that I can easily get out. Because I don't really like getting out the way you get out here. It's kind of garbage. Come on, get back above that 21 and close the candle or we're cooked. All right, back above the 21, but it's got to close. It's got to close above that 21. I don't know. It's exciting, and it does feel like endless content here. And it's so fun to do this with everybody. But at the same time, I hope that I'm not eating up too much of people's time and not getting to what you come to the stream for. Oh, man. Yep. Come on. Yeah. Let's go look at that heat map again. Just for a second. Even though I feel like I shouldn't click off of it. Man, they have the tiniest bit of liquidity down here at like... See, the part that makes me pretty bullish on is like, you can see here, we'll zoom in. This makes me more confident for sure because the market maker's going where there's liquidity. You have liquidity above you and you have like no liquidity below you. Now, the only thing I got to say is that this is on Binance and you have to choose like by exchange. And I don't have weeks on here. So there is a little bit different liquidity. So that's what kind of messes me up is you see all these different ones, you know, KuCoin, MEXC, Bing, but weeks is not on here. So who knows? There could be a bunch of liquidity right here on weeks, just weeks exchange. And I just not know about it, you know? Dang. And it's so hard, man, because I want to close, but that 1 minute Stoke's about to reset. And this thing I've noticed from trading it kind of lives and dies by the 1 minute Stoke here a lot of the time. Like when that thing bottoms out and it pushes, like it pushes. Can it do it? Because it's going to take a second for that 1 minute to reset. I mean, we could get back above this level and up here and maybe even take profit all off of this 1 minute just to see how it goes. But if it uses that 21 as resistance, then you know what time it is, right? Little tweezer bottom there. On the 1 minute, I don't know how much that really holds up on the 1 minute. And I know I should be looking at the chat, guys. Sorry. Trying to keep it pulled up on my phone so I can quickly get in and out. What's up, Go to the Gym? My brother, thank you for being here. I appreciate it greatly. We are trading a little bit of river here. Kind of been stuck in a trade for a long time, and it's finally gone the direction I needed it to go. Let's put it that way. Can this thing break the 21? Man, it doesn't want to break the 21. It's like flip that as resistance. You can tell this is like a real change in behavior here from where we were during most of this pump. And that kind of sucks. And again, when you look at the liquidations, you're like, it only makes sense to go up here and grab some of this liquidity. But they just got, on that last little pump, they got 366K. But again, this is not weeks. I need to find where I can see weeks liquidity because obviously this has way more. So it's different per exchange. So then it's like, is this heat map even useful to me? That's the real question. What if there's like zero liquidity over on weeks and I should really be somewhere else? That's the question. Come on, 1 minute. Let's go. Come on. Suck back up. You grabbed liquidity. Go to the upside. The 1 minute is usually pretty strong. At least holding you. If not pumping it, at least hold you until it resets. Like if we don't get anywhere with this and this 1 minute resets, I am definitely out. I know I've said that a couple of times, but like that's kind of my final line right here, is that 1 minute resetting and not getting out. That would be kind of crazy to me. Where's Bankroll at? Maybe Bankroll could tell me where the heck I'm supposed to, find week's heat map. He should know. Come on, see how it totally flipped, and now that 21 is just complete resistance for 1, 2, 3, I guess you could say 4, but at least 3 straight minute candles. Like, we need to get back above that with a little bit of strength and close above it. Otherwise, like, that is now resistance. And that's usually this coin. I've noticed that when it flips, that 21 is rather make or break. That 21 usually holds you up or it holds you underwater. Look at it. Look at that. That's crazy. It's still acting like it's not going to let it go. Not getting a lot of upwardness on our stochastic, though. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let me get to the chat. Good evening, crew. Great news. Hey, what's the great news? I don't know if you're talking about something I said. Think you're talking about maybe me trading River, or do you have great news to tell us? Go to the gym. Oh, man. They're making us sweat. And are we starting to do something like this? With like a measured move. And it's hilarious because I did the measured move with a paintbrush. Are we starting to do something like that? That would get you down to this next level. I don't know. I think this is telling us that you're not going. That's what it seems to indicate to me. I think I'm going to have to go ahead and just roll out on this one. Let's go. It's turned blue. It's not doing nothing, and it's rolling over. Come on. All right, back to blue. Yeah, it's saying we're not getting back above that 21 right now. And the Stokes just rolled over. I wouldn't call it resetting, but it definitely rolled over. And sometimes you got to take a deep breath and just say, hey, I'm not going to lose on this trade, right? Because I'm up a decent bit. But it can be hard because you see a number and then you're like, oh, man, I want that number, 430, 450, whatever the number is, right? And then all of a sudden that becomes everything, and then you're only up like 200 and you're like, I don't want to take it, maybe it'll go back up, and then you just deliberate, and the next thing you know, you're at break even or you're down, and you're like, dang, I could have made. What are you doing to me, River? Let's go. It's respecting those bottom wicks though a lot. It's like I want to wait and see if it breaks that. It's been pumping so much that it's like, is it going to wick up above this? And you can tell by the constant, green, white, hot, cold, that it doesn't know what it's doing. Okay. Get past the 21 though. Come on. Nope. Rejected from the 21 again. You notice how it's just like perfectly rejected by the 20. Even when the 21 moves, it gets rejected by the 21 perfectly. It is really crazy the more you watch price action, how much it does that. It's kind of insane. It's insane. That 1 minute, though, is just not getting up. Okay. I broke 21 for a second. Oh, the patience. That's what I'm saying. Like, this strategy is kind of stressful, for sure. And, of course, the 1 minute is stressful. We broke that 21. Let's go. Let me see what's going on in this chat here. I was referring to your trade. I thought you were. I just wanted to double check. Come on, River, let's go. Wake up. I mean, it woke up. It's pumped. Like, don't get me wrong. This thing is pumped. It's this level right here in the white line that's kind of the most important to me. I mean, you could really say that it's got to be that top wick. Are we going to wind up with 400 or 600? That's the question. All right, and that RSI starting to move. Stochastic RSI, is it going to stop at that previous level? This is kind of the moment of truth right here. Let me make sure I'm on the exchange so I can actually close out. It's really interesting how hard it is to close out on the mobile app. I mean, I have a take profit set, so if it goes up, it'll hit my take profit. And did we flip the 21 or is it a fluke? Because now I want to see it act the same way with the 21, but the opposite direction. That'll say you're going up. If it just goes right through it back down and then starts respecting it as resistance again, then, you know, it wasn't it. Let's go to the upside. Oh, man. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. Y'all wanted trading content. Y'all wanted me to trade live, and I guess this is what happens when we trade live, right? And we just broke back through that 21. What, did it just go to grab liquidity? Just bounced off the exact same level? It's kind of ugly. We're in this range, right? And right now, we're very range bound, these two lines. On the bottom, those wicks. On the top, and then even maybe down to this next level here. And those are like our ranges, right? So we got to break one range, one direction. Yeah, that Stokes is rolling over. It's frustrating. Is the whole show going to be me just doing this? I don't know. Could be. I'm in BTC long at the moment. Also down for now. Melissa's got her popcorn. I forget that I can literally see the chat on my screen over here. That would make more sense than trying to pull the chat up on my phone. Turn the saver mode off. Let's go. Get right back above that 21. You could do it. And it's respecting it as resistance again. Come on. How's the music, guys? How's the music level? Can anybody even hear the music? Can you even tell that there's music on? Let me know. I don't really know because I can't hear the music. Let's put it that way. And like I said, they're doing these trades these last couple of days with this style, and I'm trying out a not totally new, but a quite new strategy. And I'm also trading altcoins when I normally never trade altcoins as like a rule. That it's kind of like very unknown territory for me, and that just makes the stress like up here. So if you get stressed out when you're watching your trades, especially on the 1 minute like this, just know that you're not alone. You are definitely not alone in that. And it can almost get boring. Like, you just get trapped in this range, and it's like we're not getting anywhere at all. So higher highs, higher high. And then we bounce off the exact same level. It's kind of weird. They do have wicks, so I guess you could call that almost like a tweezer top. And then what? These could be tweezer bottoms, right? That could be a tweezer bottom. I really wish I could see the liquidity for weeks, like specifically, would be nice. Man, it's breaking that 21, but it doesn't want to go. Let's go. There we go. Get up, close a candle up there. At some point, it's going to have to go one direction or the other. That's a fact. Viva la resistance. Yeah, exactly, Campster. You get it. It's really struggling to break that resistance. All right, back above the 21. And it's going back up to test that resistance again. Can it do it? Any feedback on the music? Is there actually music playing? Can you hear music playing? Would you like the music to be louder? Is it perfect? Is it too loud? Let me know real quick. Because if we're chilling a little bit, you know, you gotta at least have some good background music, right? Oh man, the anticipation will literally have you on the edge of your seat just watching a candle. Who knew? Only a trader could understand this. The anticipation of watching this little line move up and down, and how much it can move your nerves. No music, they say. All right. Literally, there is no music. Where did the music go? Okay, music is playing. Okay, it is playing. How's that? Can anybody hear the music now? What a critical moment to pan away, too. All right. This is the moment, River. Go. The Stokes haven't completely reset yet. You could do it. You could do it. I kind of have to get out when these 1 minutes. Maybe some music will help pump. Yep. Can you raise the volume? I just did raise the volume. You should be hearing it now a little better. Okay. So maybe a little bit more. I didn't want to blast it on you guys suddenly. All right. Now tell me what you think about the music. I raised it a little bit more. All right. I feel a lot better when we're above the 21. When we start losing that 21, it's like there's nothing but gray area underneath us. It was a lot to hold this while we lost that 21 and kept bouncing as resistance. It takes nothing for like a crazy wick to take you a great distance down. Let's go. Don't get rejected. Go right through it. You can do it, River. He says perfecto. I am assuming he is talking about the music. Man, is it going to bounce off of that again? But they say, like, if you keep knocking, eventually the door will open. That's 1, 2, 3 knocks at the door. How many knocks do we got to knock? Why won't they get up out of their lazy chair and come answer the door? Let's go. All I'm asking for is 71. Can we do it? It's acting like it wants to go through it. Oh man, it got high enough and now it's acting like the stochastic is going to turn over on us. No bueno. And this is not what we normally do. For anybody who's just coming in, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're adding trading, but we have a whole show for you guys. And no matter how long this takes, I still plan on doing the entire show for us. So don't worry, you're just getting actually some bonus content here if you ask me. Man, that Stoke resetting, I gotta be out on this thing, man. It is so hard. That Stoke is turning, but like it didn't really fulfill itself, right? It didn't really go where it was supposed to go. Huh. Of course I picked this level where we just have this crazy resistance. And later I'm going to be like, what was I doing? But I am giving it a shot to pay me a little more. You could look at it that way. Trying to get the most out of it. We are ranging with this 21 so hard, but I don't really see the 21 rolling over yet, which would kind of mean that you dumped a little bit more than what we are right now. Said almost 9:30. I would wait. Tokyo usually makes a move at 9:30. Oh, you're right. It's like 10 minutes. Oof. I already got my take profit set. 10 minutes. We might already be at 71 in 10 minutes. It's very true, though. Glad that you said that. I don't always think of Tokyo and stuff because a lot of times I would never be trading this late. Now that we do the stream a little bit later and stuff, it's a little different than my usual. All right, back above the 21. I mean, it's close to 9:30. You would think that there'd be some early birds, right? Got to be a few early birds getting up a little bit before, getting their trades in early, just dying to hop into some river. Back above the 21. Can we hold it for the third time here? You're going to knock again. The fourth time's got to be the charm, right? At what point are we like, it's not going? They're not going to answer. We go to the next house and knock. See if they'll answer. Up 491 at this moment. It's hard not to feel like you're being greedy too. And it's cool to do this with you guys, and also probably for you guys to do this with me, because it really shows you like the psychological aspect that a lot of people go through. And then maybe you don't feel so alone, right? Maybe you don't feel like you're the only one who gets a little psyched out and is watching 1 minute candles in the 21, like rooting for it like it's a football team. Because it can feel that way sometimes. The Bulls and the Bears. Come on, go knock again. All the way up to that resistance. Do the lifer and start blowing on the candles. For some reason, that always seems to work for him. It's kind of crazy. And then we kind of bottom back out again. Almost seems like it's setting up a shoulder, head, and shoulder pattern on the actual RSI. And patterns will kind of show up, right? Because you might not notice this right here as a shoulder, but it is. And there, and then another shoulder, and that's just kind of telling you like, yeah, it's not happening. But we're waiting for the hoorah here. It is 9:22. Camsta says that Tokyo wakes up at 9:30. I hope that it's 9:30 on the dot. I hope so. At 9:30, I hope this thing is already ripped, actually. I hope it already moved. Man. And I guess for the people who are trying to short this, they would have their stop losses probably up here like 71-ish and whatnot. What are you doing to me, River? 9:23. I don't know why I'm expecting at like 9:30 this thing is gonna move. Does that mean that they're gonna dip it for liquidity first, though? Is that what we're gonna do? Live trading, exactly. We're trying to get it done. We're trying to do all the crypto stuff. I'm hoping for my BTC long too. Hey, hopefully you're not too down in that. How bad is it, Camsta? How much are you down? And I'd love to show you that this new strategy, like, it does produce, but you got to do it right. And it's a new strategy for me as far as using on the daily. And man, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Trump was going to talk today or the FOMC meeting that's coming up. But like, River was a ghost town. Like, I can't wait to show you the River chart the last couple of days on TradingView, not on this. This is too cluttered and too messy, and it has all your buys and sells on it. It makes it really hard to look at. I don't know why I can't just get rid of it. It's probably somewhere in a setting. Man, this thing's holding that 21. But it's rolling over on the Stokes. It's crazy. Craziness. All right, it's knocking again. That's the fourth knock. Wow. There's got to be some liquidity right above these too. Right above these wicks, got to be some liquidity right there. Very hard to believe that can't at least peek through it, even if it doesn't get to 71. There's something up there at once, you know. There we go. That was super close, but notice how it stopped dead on the line. Dead on the line. Incredible. There's got to be something higher that this thing wants to go to. There it is. Come on. Come on. Finally. This thing will build you like absolute nerves of steel. That's how I feel. Like, it really just straight up nerves of steel. Come on. Keep going. That 1 minute is not really completely finished yet. Let's flop to the 3 real quick. Yeah, that 3 minutes got leg. And it never lost the 21 on the 3 minute. It's actually really funny that I haven't gone there yet. Probably ruining the moment when it hits the take profit, huh? Oh, it's so right there. You could do it. I want my $600. Down $4 at the moment. I was down 10. We're coming back, baby. You did it, my man. And it would have been so much easier to just close where I was and take the win. And we're not out of the woods yet. Like, we haven't hit that take profit. Let's update this liquidation map. I just have to assume that weeks is somewhat close to this, because in reality, yeah, it's 71.8. In reality, and watch, I'm gonna miss the moment that it hits it. Where am I even at? Here we are. All right, so it's almost like we made a support and resistance flip here, right? What was resistance is now acting somewhat as support, but it's got to hold, and that's the whole name of the game. The RSI on the 1 minute has topped out a little bit. We're at 542. Feel like any sane person would sell this trade right now, but I'm like, I already have a take profit. Just go hit that take profit. It's like, you know, 0.3, 70.7 to 71 is literally like 30 cents. It'd be crazy if it didn't hit that. Like, you got 30 cents to go. Just wick up there, grab it. Let's go. Oh, it went to literally like 70.9. We got to get zoomed in here. Oh no, that's 70.886. Oh, 70.933. You don't need much more. Oh, it's insane. Is it going to use it like a resistance? That's crazy. You got to admit, that's wild. Wow, we can zoom in even more. You could do it. Oh, come on. You're right there. 70.962. Yo, that's intense. And it's showing a desire to go. We are so zoomed in on a 1 minute candle. This is insane. There it is. There it was, profit taken, and we have just made $600 live on the stream. Now let me show you this strategy a little bit of what I do. So we're gonna come in here and we're gonna add like literally 2. It's not a lot. I actually should probably go for a little bit more because it's pumping. So let's add, let's see what 4% is. And show me how much. Oh, it's $54. That's a little bit more than I want to add right away. High chance this thing is going to come down. Also high chance that it pumps. So all right, so we hop in. We have to. Oh, did it switch to limit? Wow. It randomly switches me to limit, and it just ruined what we were doing. We'd already be up. We'd already be taking some profits here. Wow, I can't believe that it did that. Close this order. That's crazy talk. Blues guy in the house, thank you for the super chat. I believe that's the second super chat. Yeah, Melissa sent one. We are on our way to our 5 super chats tonight. Anyway, so immediately when you open the trade, you have to come add to your margin. Like, that's not optional. And moving our liquidation down to 62. So we're down in liquidation, and this thing is pumping, and I really don't want to get overly caught up here, and it could happen. It could happen very easily. It looks like it's almost happening right now. Honestly, when I'm in this position, a lot of times I'll just take whatever I got. Add it a little bit more. And I'm pretty much like, that's, remember, we have 189 in here. 100 of it is just margin. Oh, man. I really don't want to get caught underwater. That can be so annoying. Is it done? Is that the wick? Sometimes it's just the wick right there. That's what it's going to do. Yep, flip white. Yeah, the RSI needs to reset. Now, again, it coming down against you is somewhat part of the plan. That's why we barely put anything in here. Honestly, $89 is a little bit more than I even really wanted to put in here. The RSI on the 1 minute is over. You know, it's oversold. Did not plan this to be a trading stream, but that's what happens when we start trading. It kind of takes over everything, and this is a big reason why I didn't do it for a long time on the stream, because it really does take over. All right, so there we are. Come on, show me like $8, man. And the one thing is, when river pumps, let's see how we're feeling now. Let's update that liquidation map. Even though, again, it's not exactly what we want. There's a little bit up here at 72, but I don't know if I'm waiting around for that. That was 72. Almost looks like it already grabbed this. Come on. It looks like it wants to pump. It's not that far away from the 21 at all. And the 3-minute had legs. Like the 3-minute, when I say it has legs, I mean there's room. It hasn't topped out. Like, it still has room to go up, right? Sam Price is speaking. Is that right now? He's always got something going on. Crazy. -2. And of course, I was like, when I end it, we're going to do the rest of the stream. And then I hop right into another trade because I wanted to show you guys this strategy. Usually you add when it draws down, but it hasn't really drawn down much at all. So I don't want to add a whole, but that's the thing is, like, say you're down just the tiniest bit. I don't want to add right here. It's not enough drawdown to move much and matter much. She got legs by CZ Tops. There you go. Be back says go to the gym. Hey, we'll be waiting for you. RSI rolling over. So I need a little bit of vote from the people here. Do we want 111 says we're gonna just keep trading and we will get to the stream. We're already streaming, but we'll get to the other stuff when we get there. Or a 333 that says, you know, go ahead and just close this thing out and we'll come back to it shortly. Loading up a little bit here. What would that be? That would be $46. Okay, here we go. Confirm. Move it down. Hopefully it pumps into that candle. Saw we moved the green line down when we added, and we check on our liquidation. Of course, we started with a lot, so our liquidation's still like 66. And if we're bullish, this thing is probably about to at least come back to this up here. Here, I'll just grab this line from before. If we're bullish, we should at least go up there, right? And I probably shouldn't have hopped in this trade again, but I kind of wanted to show you, like, that was a trade I had held for a while. Kind of want to show you how, like, a lot of times I'll scalp over and over and over quickly, in and out, in and out, in and out. And I don't know about 930. I don't know how when I was in the trade yesterday, but I don't feel like 930 helped me very much yesterday. But it helped me tonight. Maybe Tuesday better than Monday. I could see that. I don't know if everybody was holding their breath because they knew Trump was going to speak today. I don't even know what he said. Does anybody even know what Trump said today? Was it important? Thank you, Sourced and Sold, the only person who participated in my vote here. But I'm just glad you guys are here and on the stream. Let me go check how many people are actually still here. How many did I run off? Ooh. Wow, I ran everybody off trading. They didn't see me make that $600 right now. That's hardcore. I'm going to just say the connection is messed up, right? Come on. You could do it. You could go. There we go. $7. $8. $12. $9. There we go. Dang, I was about to close it when it was at $9 and I missed it. And you got to be pretty fast to hit that sell button. That's another thing about this strategy is, like, you got to hit that sell button pretty much immediately. Let's go. Here, I can bring the chat back up. Oh, it says there's 12 people here. Shout out to everybody. It's so funny. On the back end of my YouTube, it said that there was 4 people here. And I was like, that can't be right. So what do you guys think? I mean, how does everybody else think of this? Anybody think that they could implement something like this? It seems a little bit too high risk, too techie. Trust me, it feels a lot of time like it's a little high risk. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to sugarcoat that at all. It's been working for me until it didn't work for me, right? I pretty much gave back almost all the profit I made in the last 2 days. I mean, I just grabbed some more. And so it's kind of the name of the game here. And the thing is, like, here's what ruins you with this strategy is when you get caught at the top and you put too much money in, right? And then it pulls back, but the pullback's really small. And then you add more money and you don't let it really draw down and bottom out. Like if we dump from here, like if we were to dump like right now, I would wait for this thing to like find a bottom to get back into. That's kind of what I have to do at that point. Said I like it, but the coin has to be uptrending the whole time. No, not necessarily. It needs to be bullish and uptrending the majority of the time, like on average over the day, right? Because sometimes I'll sit in these trades for 2, 3, 4 hours before I finally get to where I want to be and make, you know, 2, 3, 4, $500. Like this one, I've been in most of the day. It's been mostly against me most of the day. This is the kind of the art of mitigation, and I don't claim to be a pro about it. Like I'm not a pro at mitigation at all, but I'm getting a lot better. I didn't understand it at all for a while. Man, this thing just feels like it is not getting any traction above. Okay, there we go, $4 or $5. And I do a lot of times take. This is why the number one reason why you don't see me posting a lot in the win section is because I do take a lot of these $4, $5, $10, $15 depending on how much is in the trade. Like we have 236 in margin. $100 of that is straight margin. The rest is in the trade. There you go. Man, but it can't hold. It shows such a willingness to go up. It's kind of like it's waiting for this 21 to come up and then force it to go up. That's what it feels like. What lever you on? I'm on 20x leverage. I swear when I first got on here, 20x was the max. But when I looked at it the other day, it was higher. Yeah, and I can go higher. I think 20 is cool. I don't want to go much higher than 20. This is already sweat. This thing already have you sweating hard enough. I don't know about going higher than 20. Seems a little M-ish here. I think it's making a little bit of an M. Anyways, our stop loss is real high. And we're going to see if this thing cooks. I don't want to consume the entire show with it, but we did just make $600. With very little money in here, you'll see we're down like $11, even with a little bit of pullback. It would take quite a bit for us to be down, I guess, more significantly. And so this thing is rather going to get held up by the 21 or it's not. I'm going to go into TradingView real quick and set an alert, an alarm. If we lose, let's say this level here, which was our support and resistance flip, we haven't tested it yet. So you might come back and test that support and resistance level, which was like right here. I'll draw the line so you guys can see it. I just set it in my actual trading view. It's kind of this line here. I got an alert there. So we're going to see this 21. I mean, this could be just coming back to the 21, letting the stochastic reset. That's not uncommon. Now we're going to move along. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope you enjoyed that part of the segment. I know I've said it a few times here. I'm doing something a little bit different. It feels a little bit off for me, but we still have our normal show to do as we kind of bounce back and forth from that. Shout out to all the underground crew. Melissa, the queen of crypto. Thank you, TM Hustling, for saying that. Thank you for being here. Fear and Greed Index at 29, I think. Let's refresh. I don't know if I've refreshed this since yesterday because it was at 29 yesterday. So, okay, it is still at 29. And we won't bring it up and make it big. I think you understand what the Fear and Greed Index is. I don't know if I need to do that every single day. And let's take a look at what's trending. Again, we're always looking for what we don't know, what we haven't seen. All right, looks like we're bouncing off of that 21. Now that we kind of set up our framework there a little bit, we can kind of just chill. And if Tokyo's just waking up, it's only 9:41. Let's see if they're going to pump that baby for us. So, hey, Elisa. Or hey, Elsa. I think it was saying Elsa, but is it Alyssa? I really don't know. I'm going to keep calling it Hey Elsa because I like that way better. We've been over this. ChatGPT plus trading bots plus what else? I feel like there's another plus in there, but at least trading bots and ChatGPT. I love the idea. I haven't used it yet. I really need to sign up for it so we can talk about it. Why does every day have to be so busy? Why can't I just focus on crypto 24/7 and do nothing else? Because life's just not like that. And then we have Inso. Let's see. Inso, I mean, I think we should all know Inso, right? Let's make sure that I'm not confusing this with another project. Inso is a blockchain shortcut, your way to build and launch on chain. If my memory serves me, this thing has been around. No, it says the 13th of October, 2025. I might be confusing it with a Gnosis. Maybe that's what I'm doing here. Very similar-ish ticker. 27.9 million in market cap, been as high as 80 million. That's really not that bad for the length of time and stuff. I do talk a lot about the difference between the two. Pop back over to the trade. Oh, look at that. We're up. And back to where we were. We're going to be doing that a lot, I guess. All right, so let's go over to the Twitter. Let's see what kind of attention they have around this thing. This is interesting. If you ever wanted to launch on chain, this could be where you do it at, right? And what blockchain are they with? Backed by Polygon, so you know it's Ethereum. Inso is a blockchain shortcut, your fastest way to build and launch on chain. Okay, so it's infrastructure, it's on Ethereum, it's it's there, I guess. If that's something you're trying to accomplish, these things become really important. If you're a normal person who's not a developer and doesn't have a vision or a project, it's probably not the most exciting thing. Today, Inso Network is live on mainnet. This is from October 14th, 2025. Just skipping things there. And so it tells me like, why? Maybe because they have so many numbers here. They did post 11 hours ago, but I'm surprised they don't have a more recent pin post. Let's check that trade. Nope, back to break even. All right, so we're over here at 262,000 impressions. They have some attention for sure. Let's go to the website. The trading is so distracting. I don't know if I like that. Blockchain shortcuts to build your next future. Inso is the fastest way to build and launch on-chain. Every on-chain interaction is mapped to a shared engine. No manual blockchain or smart contract integration. No wasted time. Focus on the product, community, and growth. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I don't feel like many of you guys are concerned about launching an app. But I do want to keep this in my mind because I have a couple ideas for a couple apps, you know? And this might be the way that I get it. The thing is, I get like the coding things to build me stuff, but then I have no idea how to launch it or how to do it. And if I launched it on chain, could I still make an ad for it and run it on like Facebook and stuff like that? I really don't know. Check the trade. Oh, we're up. What are we up? We're up $8. I'll actually probably take that. Dang it, if I can get there quick enough. Come on. Dang. It's like I really don't want to take $3 profit. $3 is like not even worth resetting this up. It's loving that 21 though. So we'll get back to where we were. So that's Inso. It's all about launching an app on chain. It's making it easier. It's Ethereum ecosystem. Fogo, we've talked about Fogo a lot. Fogo is very much about their wallet and staying logged in and not having to pay constant transaction fees on everything on Solana. Fogo is a high-performance Solana virtual machine layer 1 blockchain design to deliver real-time experiences at scale. And then of course they're also saying they can scale. Look at this candle. That's a 4-hour. Yeah, this thing has gone up. That's good. That's good for my fish tokens that I'm holding over here. This is directly tied in. I don't know what's going on with this miner. Maybe I need to refresh this thing. Let's refresh it. I don't know what's going on with it. It's like every time I go off of it, it's not mining anymore, even though I left it on auto cast. Maybe it just needed a refresh. So you get these unprocessed fish. That's what you're mining. You're not mining like the Fogo token or anything like that. And you get an extra yield. So I've actually only mined about 9,643, but I get a 6,000 bonus. And yes, you can go to a decentralized exchange. I do have it saved. And you can actually, let's see. Where is it? I know I saved it. Next chain, block gaming. No, that's not it. Fogo. Oh, Valiant. Here it is. One tab is amazing. So you can come here. You got fish. And then say we wanted to swap it to like USDC. That way we can see a dollar amount. So right now it says I have, what does it say I have? If I were to cash right now, 14,000. So let's type in 14,000. I'm not going to worry about the change. You would have about 81 cents. You'd be rich. You practically made it in life and also crypto. I'm just kidding. It cost me $5 to get it. I don't know how long this thing is going to continue to go, but for the time being, we're letting it go. You don't want a project to give out too much value too fast, right? Because if it does that, it doesn't have time to bring value in. And if it doesn't have time to bring value in, it's obvious math. You know the little math questions, like you had the math machine on the paper, and it was something went in and then what went out, you know? Once you're in that, then it's kind of like, okay. Oh man, this thing is starting to rip. Let's run this. All right. Let's come down. Let's make it so we can see what the heck is going on. It's ripping. It's hard to watch the candle and the price at the same time. Do we think this thing is going to go higher than that wick that it was already at? Or is it going to break back down? I mean, it's still pretty good profit right here, man. Bounce that thing up. See, when it's like, it's dipping down just a little bit and then pushing up and dipping down and pushing up and dipping down and pushing up. To me, it reminds me of like, you know, something like full of steam or pressure, you know, that wants to go up, but it's just not able to just yet. But eventually that pressure is going to build the wick off. See, it's not doing that now. It stopped doing that. And now it's just chilling. But when it gets that wick up and then it just starts just wicking, it starts just like almost pulsating, where it's like, it's trying to visually represent that there. All right, cool. So that's Fogo. And then what I really wanted to show you is that when you go to wallet, this is built with Fogo. So you're built into the Fogo wallet. And then the whole main thing here is the duration that you can stay logged in for a certain amount of time, and then you can update it. And so, you'll see it. It pops up on me for Soulflare, which is what I'm logged in with, and I have to approve it. But then it updated, and it keeps me logged in for a week. So it's super good when you have something that's mining or something that needs like constant like permission, I guess. Then it's really good. All right, we'll come back and see what the heck this thing is doing later. Let's go take a look at what's next. BitLayer. BitLayer, with the name like BitLayer, it's got to be Bitcoin DeFi. BitLayer is a Bitcoin security equivalent security. They changed the words when you go down here. Built upon BitVM, Bitcoin Virtual Machine. Haven't heard many references to Bitcoin Virtual Machine, like at all. So that's very interesting to me right now. What's going on in this chat? Send a lot to you. Great vibes. Thank you, Dr. Blues. Good vibes to you. I'll take all the ones that I can get. Yeah. And shout out to Blues Guy, man. Big love. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry you had texted me quite a bit today, and I had such a busy day that like I was running around, driving here, driving there, doing this, doing that, and I was just really not able to look at my phone. And I feel bad because I don't ever do that. Anyways, this is BitLayer, but I will get. I'll catch up with you certainly at some point. So all-time high market cap, it was 44 million. It's only 33 million. Let's check this thing out. It's on the hour. Came out the 27th of August 2025. So that was last year in August. The chart doesn't really look so bad. I gotta say, the BitLayer chart here doesn't look so bad. I've said many times, I'm not the biggest on Bitcoin DeFi. I think it's a cool idea and stuff like that. I just really feel like it always seems great, but it never really moves. Like as a category. I'm not talking about the project or the price individually. I'm just saying, like, as a category, it never really blows, things away, the market away. Let's put it that way. I'm never like, oh my goodness, Bitcoin DeFi coins are pumping the way that we saw privacy coins pump, the way we saw decentralized exchange coins pump. It's just like, I can't remember the last time a Bitcoin DeFi group of coins. What, Hemi? Did Hemi even pump that hard? Was it by itself, or were there several others with it? I can't remember. Let's go look at their Twitter. So they have 840.7 thousand. I think some of that has to do with, like, the Bitcoin logo is just highly recognizable. It's great branding to have the Bitcoin logo in it. You're just going to get some people's attention right off the bat, right? 4.3 thousand 17 hours ago. No pin post. Let's see. 15,000, 17,000, 21,000. They do have 1,750 posts, so they've been around a little while. 10,000, 30,000. That's like their best post. I don't even know. Okay, it's not a repost. But anyways, it's like with 850 or 840,000 followers, you're telling me, like, on average you get like 10,000 views. I feel like that honestly really reflects what I am always trying to say. It's just like people will be like, oh, Bitcoin cool, like follow or something, but they're not excited to use this thing. They're not showing up to see what they're posting. There's only 4.3 thousand actual, like, hardcore members. And then you got to think, how many of these 4.3 thousand are actually, like, hardcore members? Like, maybe, I think 50% is rather generous. So that's just some food for thought. This is what the Twitter smell test is all about. We got to end this in new, so. All right, let's go to the website, though. Let's do our due diligence. Oh, look at that thing. It ripped. Cool. Let's let that thing cook. Cool looking website, though. Why BTC a productive Bitcoin? How is Flare, Blues? Let's talk on the phone after the stream. Yeah, Blues guy, let's do that, man. Or tomorrow when you're free. Dude, I'm free, especially after the stream. If anybody wants to chat, even if I have stuff to do for my other business, it's like shipping and stuff. Like, I can do it while I talk on the phone. All right, launch app. So they have an app. Again, I hate when things launch and name only. I think that's a good way to put it, right? Or idea only. That's so funny. I just thought of something. You know how we put like FI after everything? I'm going to start calling all the coins that only pitch you an idea and have zero product in, like, no roadmap, but just zero product in general. I'm going to call them Idea-Fi, right? They're just ideas. This is just like the Fi of ideas. I think that's hilarious. This is cool. This is a Web3. You can connect to Bitcoin, like an actual Bitcoin wallet, Sats wallet. Okay, see, here's another thing. How many of these Bitcoin DeFi projects have we seen? I haven't seen any of them to my memory. Don't hold me to it. I haven't seen any of them to my memory where I could come and actually connect a Bitcoin wallet. So to me, that's pretty huge. That does signal some real Bitcoin DeFi. All right, we're up $50. Flash close. Thank you for the extra $50. Amazing. And are we going to keep pumping? I don't know. Let's open that long right before it looks like it's about to take off. Then you immediately have to come down here and add to your margin. $100 is usually what I start with. That gets us down to like 63. Good to go. When we're at the top like this is where it's kind of risky, because it's like I want to put more in, because if it just moves, it takes a lot to actually make $50. But at the same time, it's like if it moves against me and it's kind of topish right now, I need to be able to add. And this thing's probably coming down to the 21. How is Flare doing? When you were going to upload new video? I really want to have one out tomorrow. I'll work on it. We'll see how much stuff I have to do after the stream. I totally forgot. My mechanic, who's a good friend of mine, he called me this morning and he was like, hey man, I thought you were going to be here at 9 a.m. And I was like, look at our text. I'm pretty sure it was noon. He called me at like 10:30. Even though I didn't set an alarm, and I probably wouldn't have been there at noon either. And then he was like, it's cool, man. Just come after lunch. Come at like 1 o'clock. And I was like, okay, sweet. Perks of having a good friend who actually works at a mechanic shop. And so it all worked out, but, I totally forgot about it. I was planning on getting that video done today, and I spent all day. Then I had to go to a junkyard and try to look for seats for my MKS Lincoln. Pain in the ass. You guys have no idea, LOL. Yeah, you guys know. Kraken Flare, oh boy, yeah, Flare got, yeah. Hey, man, I'm probably going to roll some profits over from some of this and buy some Flare, because I've been really wanting to buy some Flare. But I'll probably buy it on, well, I guess it doesn't really matter where I buy it. I could send it from here straight to my wallet. I don't know why I was thinking I needed to do it from Coinbase. Anyways, let's move on with the show, guys. And so we were on the app. I thought the app was really cool. The fact that you can native connect to a wallet here makes me a little bit more bullish on BitLayer than I've seen in a long time. And it's funny because the lifer brought up Bitcoin, DeFi today. I don't know if anybody heard him. And, he's got a little bit more of a bullish outlook on it. And so I'm not saying he's super bullish on it, but more than I am. I'm just tired of seeing these Bitcoin projects and it sounds cool and stuff. And I'm talking about over the course of like the last 5 years. And then it never amounts to much. Like I bought Hemi and I held it over here on weeks for like the longest time. I held Hemi and the nothing burger. My $50 went to like $13, and I'll be fair, I usually hold things very long term, and so if we're going to like $15 to $13 and the way that the market's been, and I probably bought it 4 months ago or something like that, like I'm not going to be too hard on Hemi. Hemi's probably still a pretty good project. But anyways, I'd rather use the liquidity in trading and make the $50 or make the $600 and screw the rest of it. Love you all. BTC DeFi guys, you getting people hyped up on Flare Blues. Yeah, exactly. You know what means Flare, LOL. Hey, man. I love that, like, Blues Guy is the Flare King and Melissa is the Monad Queen. And Blues Guy found this, like, interconnection, where they kind of overlap in infrastructure and interoperability. And it's just kind of funny because, I mean, that just naturally came about, right? Space Coin is all about launching satellites into space. I have some opinionated feelings about this thing, man. I think some of it looks okay. It's lost a crap ton of value. It's like, let's go to their Twitter. Okay? Because, like, show me something. This is IdeaFi, right? I feel like it's IdeaFi. It's my speculation. I don't know. Has 531.1 thousand followers, probably because their idea is, I guess, somewhat original. Check on the trade. All right, back up. I was going to buy at the 21, but we did not even go to the 21. Okay, so Space is now live. This is from January 23rd. And it got 125,000 impressions. Little bit low. So you're talking what? A few days, and 531,000 followers. Just not much follow through here, but they are followed by Midnight. I don't know if that's the original Midnight. It must be, because it only shows you people who you follow, right? Aster repost about I guess them, their coin being live over here. If humans become multi-planetary, connectivity will need crypto-native infrastructure. Hey, that is a good point. I wouldn't say I've never thought about that, because I have thought about this, but it's been a while since I've heard somebody, out loud say that kind of narrative. So that's kind of cool. But show me, like, satellites. Like, man, I could spend a lot of time on this, and, I really don't want to do that to you guys. But I need to see a video of them launching satellites. I need to see a founder or a post talking about big partners, like get Elon Musk to partner with this thing, and then the whole point that I'm leading up here to, guys, not to lead you guys on too long, is that how are you getting satellites in space? Are you just renting satellites? Like, you know, the ability to use, like a lot of people do, for a mobile network? That doesn't look good. Let's see, you got some resistant here. Very interesting. So generally what you do here, and again, a lot of this style is the drawdown, right? Is then I'll come in here, and I kind of want to wait for some type of bounce. It just dipped under that resistance here, and that resistance didn't seem to do much. It really did not seem to do much. So what's like your next resistance? This wick here? We are on like the 1 minute, guys, so you got to keep that in mind. You knew at some point it was going to be over. I knew there was only liquidity to like maybe 71. But this thing could have also pumped straight back to 85 over the rest of the day. Like, you never know. And so even though it's dumping on me right now, I'm not adding. Notice that I'm not adding. I don't really want to add until it feels like we found a bottom. And I have a lot of dry powder. You know, I got $1,300 here, dry powder. And that's for mitigation purposes. And you don't want to get too deep in it. Like, look how far we just fell. From 70 to, okay, I guess it's not that far. That's not that far. But, yeah. Basically, I'm only down $22. Like, I could eat that 22. I took 50 on top of, I gotta get rid of some of these lines. Man, I got a lot of lines. But I took 50, you know, on top of the 600 that we just took. Matter of fact, can we pull this up? Yo, it's so weird and different from mobile. A futures calculator, but I just want to see my trades on mobile. Like right here somewhere, there'd be a little button and I can see all of my orders. Okay, order history right here. So let's see, does it stick out when there's a profit? Amount filled. Shouldn't one of these say like profit? All right, there you go. So it only took 569. I thought it was like 600. Maybe I paid fees? I don't know. That's very interesting. 569, and then you took 43. Could have swore I took 50. But either way, that's above 600. No sweat. Good thing that we checked it out though, and good thing I figured out where to do it. And we're down 22 bucks, 23 bucks. It was really just down to the 1 minute on the 3. Looking like you're going to get the bounce, but I'd really like a candle to close. Let's run over to the 1 minute. All right, and then we got this wick here. It was very close to what I already had. Kind of bottom there. 1 minute's kind of dumped out. And because we didn't put much money in here, kind of need to see this 3 minute 21 hold us up. A lot of times I could be a little quick to add here, and I just don't want to do that. Like, I want to see a couple of green candles. Or, you know, that what would be green candles, they're actually light blue. I like white and light blue. I feel like it takes away some of the crazy psychological of the colors, you know. Lately I see River running opposite to BTC. It does. BTC had some nice pumpage today, and River just dumped like literally all day. It was pretty frustrating, actually. $61. I don't like to add so much. You can always add more, but you can't get it back out, right? Is that gonna pull back? Looks like you really just bounced off of that like 3 minute 21. See how much that just moved me down? But it's still kind of like under the 21. And if we start using this, you saw earlier, everybody saw earlier how it'll use that 21 as resistance. It's kind of infuriating. Yeah, okay. I love to see it just go like right through it, right? That's what I want to see. And it's so funny how it'll use my break even. It'll stop a lot of times. Even if it's just for like 5 seconds, it'll just hit it and just stop for a minute. When it's like, come on, I know I'm not on your radar like that. No way. And we don't have very much money in this trade. There's $109 in this trade. So like, you know, it's not going to go up to, you know, $100 super fast. Sometimes I have, you know, $300-400 in the position and I can't even close it with the flash close because it's just too much. Come on. Let's go. That 3 minute. Nice bounce off of that 21, just like it's done many times, kind of telling you that the trend is your friend until it isn't. And you really want to get back above this high up here, because if you don't, then you have a lower high. And if you have a lower high, then you have a trend change, generally speaking. All right, and we're up $11, and yeah. The big trades are usually when you get a lot of drawdown, and so you mitigate your break even down a lot. A lot of times when I get so underwater, it's because I literally am adding too early on the drawdown. It actually would have served me a lot. It's because I've made a lot of money that way really quick over the last couple of days. See how it bounced? See this nice bounce? We could not get one bounce like this. I'm telling you, like literally maybe one. But at that point, it wasn't like quick like this. It was like way later. And I'm talking why it's going. All right, so what are we gonna take? $22. Let's pull this thing. And it's good, we're making money. I wanna add a little bit once we're up here. Are we gonna pull down? Are we gonna hold that as support? Let's add. That way, if we get a little bit more of a pump, we'll actually get something out of it. Is it gonna break that previous? Yep, it just broke it. 39, 37, 41, 39. Let's go. It keeps jumping. See how it keeps jumping to the back of that wick until it doesn't, right? Until it doesn't. This thing could close a tweezer top on us. Underground, silver. You saying I need to be trading silver, or I need to look at silver? What are you saying? Yo, have your weights ready, I bet. Please. Okay, yeah, I'll go look at silver. I don't know why this feels like an underground hangout, but I guess we're also doing trading now. But see, the big thing about my strategy here, guys, is that the trading is in and out, constant, you know? Matter of fact, I'm about ready to take that thing. It just looks like we're about to get that little flash up. And sometimes, you know how I'll make a lot of money? I'll be sitting here like this, and this thing will just wick to like 75 or 76, and I'll be up like $100 so fast. That I give it that little extra second to see what it's gonna do. And I am up above. I'm not like right on my break even. Yeah, Blues guy, I will. I am trading huge. A long incoming. It's pumping now. Sorry, Blues guy. A little distracted on my own trade here. Let me try to do that for you. I don't want to wind up negative though. Acting like it wants to come down. All right, we're gonna chill. We're gonna go ahead and go over to Trading View. We'll do it in a second. I'll probably wind up actually just making more money by allowing this thing to cook, even though that's not really the strat. Let's go to Trading View. Give me the ticker for silver, Blues guy. There we go. Now she's wanting to run a little bit. What ticker? What do you want to look at, and where do you want to look at it at? I want to change this one. Let's change this Axie. I thought I was going to trade Axie instead of River last night. That was not a good experience. Here we are. Wait, I thought your trade was demo. Oh, no. These are real trades. Don't worry about me. No, you're good, bro. What is it? Is it AUG? Isn't that? No, that's gold, right? That's gold. What is? I should know silver, but I don't trade it. Stay with River. Oh, you thought I was trading demo? No. This is real money. I really have, like, you know, $1,200 available and $257 in it. Let's slide in there another 2% real quick. Hopefully we're not being greedy. I don't want to be greedy right now. XAG, that's what it is. Come on. I just needed to show me a willingness. Sometimes I gotta zoom way in. Yep, that wick was higher than the previous wick. Setting a new previous wick. Show me $50. Oh my goodness, I love it. I'm like, why is it not moving? Like, it's literally, oh, because I'm way zoomed in. That's hilarious. I thought that thing was mooning, and I'm just super zoomed in on the candle. And then we go ahead and snatch $61. So there's another 61 bucks. Get in for another 2%. Bang. And then this is how, like, I literally turned $400 into $1,700 in 2 days. It is pretty constant. Like, don't get me wrong. It's kind of like constantly going, constantly taking money. And I'm not afraid to take 50. I'm not afraid to take $5. You know, if it feels right. Right now, I feel like this thing is kind of running away. It's kind of pumping. It's gonna find a top, right? And this is the part with my strategy. I'm constantly getting better at it. I need to know when to know that it's over. So who has a good strategy of knowing when this thing is over that you want to give me right now? 5 minute. Because I could have said this thing was over many times here, like when we hit 71, and I wouldn't have made like an extra $100 and something. So it's kind of like, that 15 minute is curving. Like, it's just going to keep going, which is crazy. Yeah, I definitely see divergence on the 15 minute, bearish divergence. Oh, that's a 5 minute. That's not the 15 minute. Sorry. Man, that 15 getting above the 200. And this is really why I want to keep like next to nothing in here. Okay, I did remember to add margin. What's my stop? The worst thing you can do is put a couple dollars in and then forget to add to your margin. And it's easy to do when you're in and out, in and out, in and out. I can imagine your veins pumping, go to the gym. I don't know why, but I imagine go to the gym sounding like Arnold. I love to lift. It says I like the 30 minute. Okay. And what are you looking for? Go to the gym on the 30 minute to say, hey, this is over. And I mean, we're extended. Like, let's not pretend. But this coin is weird. Like, this coin, look at the distance that this thing got right here. I mean, it just took off. And this is what I was talking about real quick, was this, man. There was no relief in this thing. None. I mean, you went from 78 to 53. You know what I mean? So fast. Even though it was like, literally all day. But there was no relief. Not like right here. Like, look at this. Like, here you had this drawdown, and then you bounced out. Like, I would have had my stop loss here, and then as I mitigated, my stop loss would have been down here, and it would have been easy to get into break even and take profit. That's how I feel like normal price action works. To just dump for like, 24 hours and have zero relief, it's just kind of wild to me. Let's get back to that 3 minute. Are we up or down? We're up $1. So I start playing it even more and more safe, to be honest, the more we go up. Arnold once said that working out is better than being with a woman. I look for it and stay, ignore, get out of the pattern. I look for it to say, ignore? I think that's a typo. Get out of the pattern. Okay. Back to the shoppa. Yeah, that's hilarious. You said it perfectly. You made me say it right. And this thing just looks like it just wants to keep going. And it's hard not to take the money when the money's on the table, right? It really is. Because if this thing's going to go, we need to add a couple more dollars. Nothing crazy. We got $51 in here. It's not extravagant. But this is where I cook myself, right? I get in at 74 and the next thing you know, it dumps for the next 6 hours and we're at like 54. This strategy works good when you're riding the trend, and there's a little bit of a trick to it that I'm learning about timing and things like that. As far as not buying in too much and stuff. Once you kind of get to a top, I'd be really interested to see what the liquidation levels are here. And again, I need the weeks map. See, there's like no liquidity up here. Not that it can't keep going. And this is on Binance. Like, I don't know how to say that enough times. Like, this is not, yeah, they've cooked all the liquidity. What are they going to go get? 57K? I mean, they'll go get it. Don't get me wrong. And so I need to chill out. If I'm up, I need to probably take this bad boy. I'm down 77. I'd probably leave off here with like 30 cents. And again, I have it built in for the drawdown. Like I'm cool with the drawdown. Man, it just looks like it wants to keep ripping. There we go, $1.95. And it gets the little drawdown and it goes right back up. Like that's just not necessarily normal. I really actually I kind of feel like I want to get out of this. One, so we can do more of the show, but two, because I get cooked a lot of times. And by cooked, I mean it holds me underwater and then I got to mitigate. And then when I get out for, you know, $100, $200, $500, $600. But it is so stressful wondering where the top of this is. It didn't seem like on Binance. If on Binance there's like no liquidity above 75, really, that makes me a little nervous because Binance like the biggest exchange. And then look, this is how you get cooked because it's still like, what is this? What is this yellow? Oh, can I pull it? They make it so difficult to pull this. It's so annoying. It's only 317K. And the ones that are over here, like they're behind the candles, they've already eaten that liquidity. We have some, yeah, we have more liquidity down here. I think it's good to get out of this thing. Come on, just pop up green for me for a minute. And what's it doing? I'm down 77 cents. So I need to be up more than that. And I'm just going to close it. I think I lost like 5 cents. And who knows? This thing could run. But it's like what I've been messing up is not protecting myself. And so what I'll do is I'll just keep checking back for a while. And we'll see. We'll wait for the big drawdown. I don't know. Maybe it goes to 85 tonight. I'll come check out. And if we get like above 76, 77, I might start playing with it again. And it just looks so good. But, man, I'm just not willing to get cooked. I've been through enough pain that I know I got to figure something out. And I got to change my strategy a little bit to not get in at the top. You are going like look, you're going pretty sideways here. It could be consolidating for another move, letting the 21 come up. You are, you know, the 1 minute has the 21 a little bit far away. I don't know. I don't want to get caught up here. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh man. And I've been over here just like talking. Sorry. Everybody probably trying to get my attention too. Hey, it runs the chat up. Swear I'm not doing it on purpose, but you got more people pulled into the stream. Underground in his own world right now. Yeah, of course. Hey, I got to keep the show going. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever add a symbol? Have you have the add symbol screen open? Yeah. I was literally over here. I just got out of I started to do this again, and man, it looks like it's going to rip. This is what kills me. But what I was talking about is then I buy kind of the top, and let's go over to the liquidity since you guys didn't see it. Here, it's a pretty updated. I'll update it again. You're good, bro. Don't say sorry. We love it. Hey, you guys ran the chat up and pulled a couple of people in here, so that was awesome. But look, like the liquidity behind the bars here has already been taken. Like it's not there anymore. It's gone, as far as I know. Pretty confident in that. Where did I see? I saw that somewhere. I read it somewhere. Anyways, so there you go. And there's just not a lot up here. I don't know what's a lot for this coin. And again, this is on Binance. So if there's not a lot of liquidity for Binance, it's just hard to believe. That thing just boom. Oh, okay. It looked like it did. I don't know. Is this a good session and time to trade this thing? I don't know. Anyway, since we're out of a trade right now and we're not doing anything, let's go back to TradingView, what I was doing. And let's actually look at silver for Blue Sky. It might have already ripped. It is what it is. But let's at least take a look at it. So what was the ticker? I know he just told me, but yeah, XAG. That's what it is. It's like on the tip of my tongue here. And where do you want to look at it at? I know that I want to look at it on weeks, because if I trade it, like, that's pretty much where I want to be. Okay, it's got some volatility. I do like that. This says $2.60. So this. Oh, wait. What did I just click on? Oh, I didn't click it. That's what happened. I clicked on Axie Infinity. And what was it? Sorry, I just need to go to a different time frame. What was our previous high here? Let's mark that out. 118. I do remember that. So one thing that's interesting, Underground, I think Greenfinger said that about the liquidity. Maybe that's what it was. I didn't read it somewhere. Somebody told me last night. Yeah, it was Greenfingers. Good job. That's why I love you guys. You always keep me on point. Thank you, TM Hustling, for remembering that. You the man. All right, so, and shout out to everybody here. It's been a different stream. It is what it is. I'm having a great time. It's probably going to mean for longer streams. We'll see who can hang, right? We'll see who's got the longer thing. I know Camps has got to get to bed, and that's respectable. You got to put the boy to bed. I wish my wife would put my son to bed more while I'm streaming if I go late. Just looking at some stuff right here. And yo, on River, man, pattern after pattern would not play out. I'd have like inverted head and shoulder after this, after that, and nothing would pan. So I eventually learned to just not even trust patterns on River, because you can't trust them. They're garbage. And I still stand by what I said last night. If you read it in the Discord, I think River is trash. So Underground is being passive aggressive. Where are you guys at? He says, I'm being passive aggressive. I'm lost. I don't know what the heck what was I being passive aggressive about? And no, I'm not offended. You guys can't offend me. I love all of you. But I really would want to know. I like, just curiosity kills the cat, right? What was I being passive aggressive about? Friday on a Tuesday for me. I'm trading alongside you, so I got the same kind of thing going. Okay. So wait, Campstar, are you trading River? I thought you were in BTC. I'm in my own BTC long. Okay, I think you meant TM Hustle and not me. Blues Guy says no. He was not, LOL. Not his nature. Hey, I love you saying that, Blues Guy. Do you know you have caps locks on? You probably are doing that on accident. They probably think you're screaming at them, which is hilarious. I'm such a I don't know. I don't know. Is it weird to say your own things? I'm a super easygoing person, so I take like nothing all that serious to be. I take everything, like, I'm very serious about what I do and committed and dedicated, and then at the same time, like, I don't really take anything seriously except for God. I take God extremely serious. I take my family extremely serious, in that order. And then I take my businesses also in that order, very serious. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Underground, let's grab Sammy and get a workout in. I'll drive up from Miami. Oh, you're only in Miami, bro? That's cool. That's cool. Like, you're close enough, it wouldn't be hard to link up and I don't know, grab dinner somewhere or something. Of course, I'm all about hitting the gym with the lifer. That would be awesome. He's been lifting weights. He's been going and lifting weights and stuff. I don't know how long he's been doing it, but he's been doing it a lot more often. Of course, he always does his workout at home. I'm not acting like he just started working out. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But you know, he said he's been hitting the weights a few times a week at the gym, and I usually go most days. Old school, bro. I'm not yelling. I feel you. Well, dudes, it's bedtime. Camsta. Well, I hope you enjoyed the different stream that we had tonight, Camsta. I had a ton of fun. Wait, what? Okay. Let's go. Blues guy says he's moving to Florida. We've talked about it a bunch. He thinks he's going to move to Florida, and I'm all for it. It always feels selfish to tell people they should move to Florida because I live in Florida, right? Like you're coming to where I am, and if you told me to move to Canada, Blues guy, I couldn't do it. I just found that out today, and sorry, I'm like not doing TA right now. I found out today. Reconfirmed. I already knew this. This is not news to me, but I really reconfirmed today where it's just a little bit cold. I don't know. I think it's like 59 degrees here, and I can't stand it. It sucks. You like walk outside, your face gets cold. I'm like, what is this gross cold weather crap? And other people are like probably buried in like 15 feet of snow with this storm, and I'm just like, bro, I could never do that. I really could never do that. All right, so I say 121. And I am so curious what River did. It did pop again. I knew when it met the 21 it was going to do that. Hiya. Anybody know who Uncle Roger is? If you don't know who Uncle Roger is and you want a good laugh, it's like this Malaysian guy. He's a comedian. You gotta. Who knows who Uncle Rogers is? So funny. He says, I moved to Miami from New Jersey 3 years ago. Okay, nice. My son is 18. We had a deal. I'm free. You're hilarious, Blues guy. I used to live in Tallahassee, believe it or not. Really? Tallahassee is like 6 hours from me. Sweaty down there. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You just jump in a pool. You jump in the ocean. It's amazing. You wear a tank top, you know what I mean? Like I wear like athletic shorts like 99% of all the time, and an athletic shirt, and like when the breeze blows, it like blows through my shirt, like it's amazing. Cold? It's like blowing through my sweatpants and my jacket, just like right through it. I do have a leather jacket I should probably get. I'm just babbling, guys. I am so relieved to get out of that trade and it be positive and to show it you guys and to get a little bit extra money on top. So that's why, like, normally I've been trading constant. Like, I wouldn't even stop. I would just one after another, after another, after another. And I was getting better and better at it because the coin was pumping. That I just don't want to get caught up in the pullback. Like, this thing it keeps going. And I just, like, I don't want to be stressed out tonight. When you hear the lifers say, like, I closed this trade because I have some other things to do today and I don't want to have to think about it, like, it's so real. Like, I don't want to be stressed out tonight. I was stressed out so bad last night, losing that a little bit more than $1,000. And that was most of the gains that I had made. And then to get in a trade today, thinking, this is my thought. Let me pull this up. And I'm sorry if I did a terrible job of doing silver. I'll look at it again. Let's go to like the 15, right? And look at that thing just explode. That thing is nuts. Cool. And let's go down. So we were up here, right? And I got in a trade like right around... Oh, yeah, I'm not in this, so I can actually just keep hitting back. We'll be good. I got in a trade, like, right in here, which looking at it was stupid because we lost the 21 and we weren't getting back above it. But I wasn't looking at it on the 15. That's why staying in some of these small time frames could really cut you up. And then it dipped down here, and I was down like $600. And I was miserable, sweating, and then we got back up. I mitigated out of it. Finally, we did a good job, right? And then this is where they just cooked me. And I traded all through all of this, and I'll get rid of some of the scribbles, right? I traded like all throughout that, and I made money. I did well. And then I had bought the top because I just get right back into the next trade. And it cooked me, and it just held me down. And there was a slight bounce. And the funny part was this slight bounce, it basically bounced off of my break even, or very, very close to break even. It feels like break even when you go from being down like $500 to only being down like $30. Like that feels like it might as well be your break even. And then right when I was like, all right, it's finally going to turn around, let me add a little bit more to it, it just dipped for like the rest of the night. It was very stressful. I just want to remind people what I'm doing comes you could get locked into a trade and just be very stressed. Anyways, I really want to see it as far as a 15. I want to see this almost cool off. Hit like a 15-minute flag, the 21 come up, interact, and then we'll be ready to go. I'll be watching it more like on the 5. Dang, 1K, that hurt. I'm a broke, so it hurts more. Hey, it hurts to lose the 1,200. I mean, I'm fortunate that or the 1,000, whatever. I'm fortunate that I made like 1,300. I think I might have made another $100 on top of that. So maybe I made like 1,400 altogether. Got like to 1,800 off of $400 in like 2 days. Like, it was amazing. And then to lose 1,000, a little more than 1,000 of that, just absolutely make you sick, because also I spent a lot of time doing it. So it's like, man, I need better risk management. I need better this, I need better that. I need to figure out how to not buy the top. And so I'm learning. Right now I would normally be in this, and I would have made a little bit more money. I would have. Would I have taken it and sold already? I have no idea, but like it's continuing to move up, so I would have made more money. But at some point this thing gonna be done. And look at the move. Like, look at that move. And look at what was going on before it. It was ugly. Downtrend. And so we got above that 200 and we just took off. It's amazing. After 3 days of being super annoyed with price action, never giving me any relief, to see this happen was amazing. I'm gonna be real with you guys. After losing 1,000 and then being down $600, I'm about to lose $1,600, and I pretty much was I'm gonna close it right down here. My wife will tell you, I was I'm about to close this trade. If it goes to, I think it was 55, if it goes to 55 or lower. Yeah, we were down here at 56 exactly, if you can see it over here on the side. I was like, if we go to 55, I'm selling it, and I'm going to lose this, and I'm going to be down 1,600. I'm probably going to be really mad for 2 weeks. I'm just being completely honest with you. And it's going to affect me a lot because I can do really well at doing everything I need to do and not lashing out at people, but deep down be really angry at myself for messing up that because you go from such a high euphoria of being up there. You just made $1,400 in 2 days, $700 a day trading, when you're used to not really it playing out like that. I'm used to making a little bit with much smaller trades and waiting a really long time, weeks, in between trades. You have a good trade, you get it, right? If you've done a lot of trading, and then basically getting to the point where you lost it all, and then feeling like you can't trade. I was about to give up. I really was. Not give up on everything, but just give up for a while and take a long break. So anyways, I'm glad this worked out. And I just want to talk about it because a lot of you guys are trading, and I know that a lot of people feel that. What happened? Oh, Uncle Roger is hilarious. Yep. If I don't get to the chat right away, I'm going to, I just got to finish my thought. Hilarious in Kanye's voice, 18 years. It's hilarious. Please, UG. I couldn't no car when I was down there. Oh, okay. Stop. I lived 15 years in the Caribbean for a reason. Guess what? I'm free. Look, I did not know you lost 1K. Yeah. It happens, man. But the good thing is I was playing with house money. So when I had made that 1,800, I took 800 and I moved it to my spot account, right? And then I was just playing with the 1,000. So I lost house money. It still sucks, but to lose house money is different. Blues, tell Governor Carney you don't want to be you want to be American. Oh, he would. Bro Underground, why you still trading River? You revenge trading? No, I didn't really revenge trade. I was a little bit annoyed with losing $1,000, but I was like, I'm not going to let this, like, because what maybe I would do at another point is like lose that $1,000 and then like be like, all right, I'm not going to trade for like 2-3 weeks. And that'll turn into like a month and a half, 2 months, you know? And I didn't want to let it defeat me. Honestly, it was one bad trade that went really sideways. It kind of, for the trade type of trading that I'm doing, there is like the extreme scenario. The extreme scenario is that you like buy here and then it just dumps, like almost like that pumped, like and it just keeps going and keeps going. And you have these almost tiny little moments where it looks like it's bottomed. It makes a beautiful inverted head and shoulder and you like swear like that's going to dump. It's like a beautiful, ginormous inverted head and shoulder on the 5-minute time frame or the 10 or even the 15. There was one on the 15-minute time frame that just absolutely dumped. I want to find it. But my point is, like, there is like a scenario where like you have to have mitigation abilities. Where is that thing? It was like the day before. Anyways, it's probably smaller than I'm remembering it being. Anyways, it was beautiful. And it just totally dumped right in my face. But I had mitigated in. That's where I finally started mitigating harder because I needed to get out of it. And it just dumped. And then it would then all of a sudden, instead of it going down like, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks at a time, like it's dropping $100 at a time. And I got, you know, $2,800 and oh man. Also, you get paid like a funding fee, and that thing was really confusing the heck out of me because it was like adding it to my margin price, but like I didn't have that money. And when I ended it, I didn't have that money, and the funding round had ended, so I should have got paid that money. It didn't make any sense. I was up like $400 and something in funding fees. It was crazy. Anyways, there you go. So nah, you Canadians, CC on a breakout. I'm more American than you, Blues. I was raised in Cali, son. Okay, I'm American by heart. No, he is. Bro Underground, I used to train River. Yeah, I started saying that to say like I wasn't really revenge trading. It's just so what I was trying to say, TM, was like we had just dumped for like, I don't know, 12 hours or maybe more. So like usually when you have that hardcore of a dump on a coin that's like pretty current and pretty popular, like the next day you start to get a little bit of a turnaround and stuff, and it just like it didn't even happen. Anyways, this is what I got. I got silver to 121. I'm doing too much talking. I am excited that that trade worked out, and you guys kind of got to see a couple other small little scalps. Because once I get stuck in one, I can't show you the in and out, in and out, in and out. And that's what the strategy is most of the time. But what'll happen is I'll be getting in and out, and then it'll just have one of those crazy wick candles because it's pumping, and all of a sudden you'll make like $150, $200, $300 like so quick that it makes up for like how much time you just kept taking like $15, $30, $40, $5, like over and over and over, and then all of a sudden you hit like 100 because you're in the market. That's all I was really trying to say. I know that we got totally off kilter on the stream, and I definitely want to get back on track here. I don't even know if is it too late to get back on track here. I don't really know. But the one thing I definitely want to do, that I know I want to do, and let's see, it looks like I made a pretty good decision. Like my last buys and stuff were like right here. Why is it not drawing? And it looks like we cooled off. If I could just get the heat map that is specifically 4 weeks, I feel like it would help me a lot. Yeah, there's just, you're done with liquidity. It's all at the bottom. And now, see, this is where I would normally get caught up. Shout out to Bankroll. And now I feel like I should short it, but it's been such a, when this thing pumps, it pumps. Like you see, look at that. Like, look at this. You're on a 1 minute chart. Look at that thing. I don't think I could express this enough. Like when it pumps, and so I don't want to get caught trying to short it and be in the exact opposite of it. Oh man, that would be so stressful. So I'm learning. Love all you guys. We're going to do, I'm not leaving. We're going to do the Crypto IQ raising event of the night. Blockspace explained. Now we've talked about Blockspace before. And at one point in our deep dives, we were getting, really techie. Like we were getting really deep in the sauce, right? And a lot of people couldn't keep up. Let's be real. And so we're going to hit things multiple times. So if you've heard this, keep an open mind because you're going to hear it in a different angle, in a different way. Remember, we're having these written written up in more of a story angle is the way that I'm putting them now, so that like y'all can connect a little bit more. I said y'all like I was very Southern. There's really no Southern accents anywhere near me. All right, let's go. Let's talk about something every crypto user has felt. You go and send a transaction. The fee looks reasonable. You click confirm, and then suddenly the fee explodes. And the question everyone asks is, why is this happening again? The answer isn't technical, it's economic. What Blockspace really is. So we talk about blockchain, okay? And I'm not gonna go into the detail and try to explain it to everybody, but I hope everybody is listening. I'm already seeing viewership drop off. So blockchain technology, we talk about it all the time. How many people could somewhat simply explain what blockchain technology is? It's actually a pretty reasonably simple explanation, and I'm not going to go into it. But now we're talking about Blockspace. So if you understand what blockchain is, blockchain technology, then that would be the space, if you will, inside of the blockchain. Okay. And that is an economy itself. Every blockchain produces blocks. Okay. That's what makes up the chain. Think of like a bunch of blocks with like 4 or 5 links of chain in between them. That would be a block chain. So they're blocks. That's the important part. And the chain is them all being strung together, in a linear fashion. That is what a linear blockchain is. Different than a parallel chain. Anyways, every blockchain produces blocks. Each block has limited space, limited transactions, and limited time. That space is called block space. And it's finite. Not infinite, but finite. Blockspace as real estate. I was going to say it's as real as real estate. Think of a block space as real estate. Think of it like a cleared plot of land that they're going to build a house on, but there's no house, no construction is started. They've just cleared it. Or you could just think of it as plots of land. It doesn't really matter if it's cleared or not. There's only so much space on it. Everyone wants the prime placement, and price rises with demand. When activity increases, block space doesn't. So when the activity on the blockchain this is exactly why Ethereum's fees were so high and are still somewhat high, even though demand has come down on there, is because the demand gets so high, there's not suddenly more block space. There's the same amount of block space. It's just more people waiting in line to build a house. So block space doesn't, fees rise. Who is competing though? You're not just competing with people, right? You're not just competing with people who are trying to get a transaction to go through to buy their favorite meme coin on Uniswap. That's not who you're competing with. You're competing with bots. They're firing out far more transactions than one simple person trying to do a handful of things ever could. Arbitrage traders, liquidators, NFT minters, and protocols. Some of them make money per transaction. Don't care about fees. They'll outbid you every time. So fees are auctions. So there's this whole auction going on for all kinds of things, like who's going to get the fee. There's going on who's going to get their order in the quickest. That's why I keep using Ethereum as one of them. But on Ethereum, like you can pay more money to have your fee put through, to have your transaction put through quicker because of the fact that people are going to, they're going to take your transaction first because you're paying more money. It's just economics. So most blockchains use action style free market. You're bidding for inclusion, speed, and for priority. It's what we're talking about. Higher bid equals faster confirmation. People will go and put their, fee for getting their thing transacted and they'll lower it. So they pay less. you're going to be waiting a while. If the network is really heavy with a lot of activity, you're going to be waiting a long time. Why fees spike suddenly? Fee spikes happen when demand jumps and blockchain space stays fixed. NFT mints all of a sudden happening, the hottest NFT mint of some project that people care about, that's going to jack it up. Dry weather always makes me cough. All right, airdrop. That'll mess you up. Market volatility, people trying to get in and out. Same space, just more demand. Why cheap fees don't last? Low fees usually means low demand. Idle blockchain or idle block space. As soon as activity returns, the fees follow. Users versus applications. All right, let's look at what's going on here. Okay, cool, bro. I'm not competing, LOL. Let's go. Yeah, let's talk about something. UG logo, UG. No, the emojis are broke. Are they really? How can emojis just break? Did you try refreshing your page? Blues guy, can you use the emojis? I want to see if it's on Melissa's side, or I don't know why they would just suddenly break. Like, they've been working just fine. Blues guy, try to throw some emojis. See if it does the same thing. I haven't seen that yet. Matter of fact, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know why emojis. They're uploaded to YouTube, so it's got to be YouTube's fault. Users versus applications, right? So apps make more money per transaction and pass fees on to the user. User feels the pain. This creates tension. Why scaling doesn't remove fees? Scaling increases supply, but new apps appear, demand continues to grow, and competition returns. Economics always catch up. So it's kind of like they get ahead, and then the whole thing catches up to it. And then they get ahead, and the whole thing catches up to it over and over and over again. Blockspace as a product, right? Chains sell Blockspace. Validators earn fees. So chains sell the Blockspace to most of the time the validators, and they earn fees prioritizing bids. Blockspace becomes a commodity in a market. So you can see how it's real estate. It's a market. To get into that space, to have your transaction, becomes an auction. It becomes a bid. And if people are bidding, then somebody's making money. Who's making money? Validators. The validators are. And any fees that are related to the chain itself, then the chain itself is making money as well. So anytime, in my opinion, in any business or anything or any person, when there's money, I see incentive, right? There is incentive. So they have an incentive to put the people paying the most money first. That's their incentive. That's why they're here. They didn't spend a bunch of money to become validators so that they could, advance the ideology of blockchain. Like, not most of them. Who benefits? Beneficiaries are the validators, the miners, and the infrastructure providers. Not always the user, usually not the user. Core insight here, we're almost done. Crypto fees aren't failure. They're signal. What is signal? When people say noise to signal ratio, they tell you how valuable block space is. So the higher the fee, the more valuable the space. The higher the plot of land to build your house on, the more valuable the plot of land. More expensive the house that you want to buy is, the more value, the nicer and more value that the house is, right? Who is using it and when demand spikes? In closing, if you understand block space, you're going to understand fees, congestion, scaling limits. Scaling limits is a big deal. It's so slept on. A lot of people don't understand what's going on in crypto and why we haven't got all this adoption and all this stuff. Scaling is the reason. It's scaling. Crypto is not broken. It's behaving exactly like an open market would. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And with all the random trading and everything we've been doing, I really hope that that finds you well. All right. This thing has had a minute to cool off, and the 3-minute has still not lost. So maybe we take a bite. This is how I screw myself, though. I don't want to screw myself over here. Oh, man. I wonder if there's any way to get Weeks. Weeks is kind of a small exchange. See, I didn't just buy in there. This thing is probably going to dump. I'm not doing it. I have to be really strict with myself, and I'm kind of changing what I'm doing there. Like, I really do have to be really strict with myself. That's the hard part. It's the discipline. I know it. Let's go back to the top 100 here. All right, they're back. It's probably just me. Go to the gym, bro, has like a freezing emoji. Yeah, you're in Miami. Oh, man, isn't it weird? I mean, we get cold a little bit, like to us, what's cold, below, I don't know, below 70, below 65. But like to get down to like, I think it's supposed to be like 39 degrees tonight or something like that. Who turned off the heat? Like, what is going on? I like it when it's hot at night. Like when you go out at night and you're hanging out outside talking to somebody and you actually start to sweat, like perfect. That's perfect. Anyways, with throwing off the whole way the stream goes, I don't know where to go next. Okay, crypto gainers and losers, right? Pippin. I wonder if Pippin is a good coin to trade. I don't know. Like, I really want to find some other coins beside River. Is River on here? Probably not, because it's not a top. It's probably a dang top loser. So, but look, River has more liquidity. I think I'd much rather trade River than Pippin. I don't even know what I was thinking, guys. Please forgive me. Now that I think about it, screw Pippin. That's a meme coin. People would dump that thing in a heartbeat, and they're probably on high leverage. So 83 million is probably like $42, right? I'm just kidding. Somebody's on 1 million X leverage. They keep upping it. It's so funny. I remember when like getting like 100x leverage was like cool, and then we got 200x leverage. And then they just went to like 400x leverage, and I'm like, I don't even understand. How do you not get liquidated on 400x leverage? Like, you must have to add a crap ton of money to your margin. Like, it's got to be ridiculous. TM Hustlin says, so how does your strategy work, Underground? I think you're serious. I mean, I've explained it a ton. I'd be glad to explain it again. Let's see. Can I explain it simply, quickly? All right. That's a good test of if you know what you're talking about. So basically, you open a trade, right? And over here, I'm on market. That way it fills instantly. You have an availability. I have 1,500 available. And over here, you have percentages, right? And it shows the amount of River that you buy. At first, I hated this feature. Now I like it. So I come to like 1 or 2%, right? And I buy. And I'm not going to do it, but if I click open, it'll show me how much margin I'm actually using. And then it tells you where your liquidation would be. It'd be like 71, okay? This is just all example. You can apply this to literally any coin, but they might not behave the same, right? Looks like you are Bart Simpsoning out. I don't trust this thing at all. And so basically, once you've filled that very small position, and the position that you're putting in, that's not what you're trying to make money off of. Like that, you're not putting in 2% or $71, even though you are on, even though you are on 20x. So 70 times 20x is your exposure in the market. You're going to immediately come down. Man, I want to open it so I can show you. But there's a part down here in your actual transaction down here, and it'll say margin, and there's a little yellow plus mark. This is probably in different places for different exchanges, right? And you click that margin adding button, and you add some of your available money directly to the margin. So it'll take my stop loss. Like here's 71 right here, right? This line, I'm going to make it yellow. So if I would have just got in right now, my liquidation, oh wait, that's 71.9. Sorry. This is 71. It feels lower than it really is. We're very zoomed in on the 1 minute candle. I'm telling you right now, this thing can go to that in like 2 candles, 2 1 minute candles. You could be liquidated. Okay. So then when we add that $100, it's going to move us from like 70 to like, it's about $8 to $9 away from price action, right? So I'm like almost $10 away, and I can keep adding to it. So then 2 things can happen, right? It pumps a little bit. I don't have very much money in the trade, but I'll be up $5, $10, $15, $20, right? And a lot of times I'll take it right away. Or it draws down against you. And as it draws down against you, you have to be very mindful, in my opinion, this is just my experience, to not add money, because the whole idea is you're going to mitigate. So as you come down, you'd be adding money, right? And that'll take your break even from where you got in, and it'll move it every time you add money. And so you'll move it like way down. You won't move it here. You won't move it to where you are. If you did that, you probably added too much margin. But because you have barely anything in the trade, the first time or two that you add money, it is going to move quickly. After that, it's not going to move as quickly anymore. So then at this point, though, you need a very small bounce to get you into profit. And it does work really well. But if it so happens to bounce and not bring you into profit, or it does bring you into profit just barely and you don't take it, then you are back on the hunt. And you are trying to mitigate. And every time you're putting more money in, your amount that's available is getting lower and lower. And every time I add money in the position, then I go down here and I go back to my margin and I look at where my stock thing is, because every time I add, it's going to move my liquidation up. So if I was like $9 to $10 away from price action currently, so if we're at 73, say I'm at 63, every time I keep adding that money, my liquidation is going to keep coming up. So every once in a while, usually after every 2-3 times I add money to the position, I have to add another 40, 50, $100 to my margin, depending on how much I've added to the position. And at some point, it's going to bounce and get you out is the idea. Sometimes... and I'm not used to trading. I'm so used to BTC, which honestly lately has been trading like river. I'm not going to lie. It hasn't been like, usually Bitcoin usually bounces. And again, when you bounce, like say you got in here and it goes down, like you don't need it to bounce all the way back up to where you got in, because your break even, because you're buying positions lower and lower and it's averaging all your positions together, right, is dropping too. So then when it bounces, like you don't need it to bounce back to where you got in. So you can continue to mitigate, but you don't want to add margin too early, and you don't want to add too much at a time. Like I add like 2 to 3, maybe 4% at a time. All right. I hope that answers your question. I've been doing it in real time. I'm very tempted to do it again, but I see that we're under the 21 and we can't get above it. And I'm not doing it tonight. This is how we learn. Man, it's easy to give up. You know, I looked like I was about to lose like a good $1,000 that I lost, and then on top of it today I was going to lose another $600, and it was like, man, why can I never get things right? It can feel like that. I got to be 1,000% transparent here, because I know other people struggle with it. I know I'm not the other one, and I know it's going to pay way more dividends to figure something out and you guys see it and know that it was just as painful and hard and many mistakes were made than for me to act like I've got it all together and take a bunch of trades and only show you wins and just garbage, right? I would really like to put the win. I'm trying to remember how to do it. I get so used to mobile and doing everything on mobile. Like I come over here and try to do stuff. Let's see. If I refresh this, a lot of times it'll put my wins right up. Will it do it? Yeah, there it is. All right. So let's see. Where's the good one? Wait, why is it just showing me? I mean, I'll put this one. See, look, it says that I made $50, but you all saw that I actually took home like 43, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I would like to see the other ones, though. I don't just want to see that one. And you got to slide over. I don't know why this thing's so small. It's really annoying. Can we drag this over? Does that work? I understand. Okay, I actually don't understand. Okay, yeah, I don't like that at all. I'm just messing everything up. Messing up his week's trading dashboard live. Okay, cool. Yeah, bring that over. This is weird. I don't like this. Okay, cool. Whatever. You do have to kind of like slide this over. On that last one, I lost 52 cents. I can sleep at night. I can sleep at night with that. So you can see I actually closed. I actually, profited after fees and whatever, $43. But this is the one that I actually want to show people. What does this do? Copied. Okay, how does that help me? I found it earlier and I have no idea how to find it again. I'll have to do it on mobile. I'll figure it out after the stream and I'll post it. Look, and we're dumping. We made that was it. This is where I would normally This is where I normally get messed up, and I avoided it tonight. That's big for me, you know? Hopefully I can get smarter and not dumber. That's really the quest here. I would like to get smarter and not dumber, everybody. And I'm going to be smarter and not dumber, and I'm going to take this available balance, and I'm going to move a hefty chunk. I need to leave myself enough money, but I'm going to move a hefty chunk of this into my spot wallet, and then just start with, I started with $400 the first time. I will do it again. And let's go look at this. Let's see, what do we got going on here? I wanted to mention that you're good at explaining the material, which is a good way to really understand something. Hey, I'm glad that you said that. Whether it was the trading or if it was the crypto IQ raising event or both, I really appreciate that. I really strive hard because, see, here's the thing. Here's what I realized, all right? And I'm not going to make this a big tangent, hopefully. But I realized that, like, I can't have more people to hang out with and talk crypto and stuff with if nobody understands this stuff, right? And it's very hard to come to people directly around you and be like, hey, can I teach you about this? Like, it's only the few, you have to lead by example, right? It's only the few who already have some interest in it for whatever reason, and that you can kind of be like, they're interested to look at it. And so I'm very glad that you're receptive. But I realize that we got to raise people's crypto's IQs. It's a must. Otherwise, people are not going to understand what's going on. Like, why isn't adoption here? We've been hearing about adoption for like 10 years, I think. The adoption is here. It's right around the corner. I don't really know if it is. I do think it's getting closer and closer every year, but I don't think it's here yet because too many people have absolutely no idea how it works. But my point is they don't understand why. It's scaling. Scaling is difficult on actual blockchain, and it can even be very expensive. The problem is when you scale using blockchain, you hit a lot of limits, and one of them is security and stuff like that. And once you lose security, you basically you're just asking people to trust you. Well, guess what? There's a bunch of bad actors, and those bad actors are going to come into the place, and they're going to tear it up so bad that all the regular people are just going to leave, and then you have nothing. And sometimes that's what it's feeling like a little bit. But I know that crypto is the future. And by crypto, I really mean blockchain technology. I don't mean Shiba Inu or Pepe Coin or Penguin. Those are not the future. They might be movements. Dogecoin is done phenomenal. But everybody needs to remember, Dogecoin, everybody cites Dogecoin as a meme coin because it is. But it has a blockchain. Like, you can send money with Dogecoin around the world. Okay, you can't do that. You can mine Dogecoin. You can do that with Penguin. Penguin ain't got nothing, okay? I don't think Pepe has some cool stuff. Let me take that back. We played Pepe games and stuff, but they have different cool stuff, not so much usable stuff. Yeah, the IQ specifically, that's a great point. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here on the regular stuff, man. That's so cool. I've really I haven't got to talk to you like in the voice chat or anything like that to really get to know you a little bit better. I'm sure you can tell at this point I'm a people person. I love people. That's like the best thing about life is getting to know people and just getting to share into what they're into and share what you're into, and like that's the best part about life in my opinion. So I look forward to that, but it's been awesome just reading what you have to say. Underground, if you ever come to Miami, you have to reach out to me. Yeah, I don't get up there much, but every once in a while I do. Bro, I consider myself a regular, not tech smart like people. People don't like to lose money. It's that simple. Oh, of course. But maybe if you understood what was going on a little bit better, you might not lose as much money. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, you have people against you. And, like, I can't shake the fact that when it comes to the way that the market has been and stuff, I think that the reason why what's going on is happening isn't because crypto sucks and it's dead and nobody. I think it's because it's awesome and everybody wants to own it. Your conglomerates, your BlackRock, your governments, like they've been so used to owning stuff, everything. Like they don't own like 25%. They own 98%, you know, like of something a lot of the times, if not more like 90% realistically, right? And so they're used to paper contracts in the stock market. Like you can just double shares and like you could just increase more shares and stuff in the stock world. Like you could get a hold of stuff so easily. Here, it's on chain, it's verifiable, It's a lot of times limited supplies, and they literally have to shake it out of your hands. It's a fact. It's a fact. So if they want to own, say they want to own 85% of the XRP blockchain, they have to FUD it to death, or Ripple, right? And everything. If they want a huge piece of what Ripple's going to do, because say they think it's revolutionary. This is all hypothetical. They got to shake that out of your hands. Okay, they can't just mint more XRP, and I'm using it as an example. Somebody's going to tell me, well, technically they could mint. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about things that have a fixed amount, like Bitcoin. There's only 21 million. Okay, they can't go to Bitcoin Corporation and say, hey guys, just mint some more of it for me, like the U.S. Treasury. That's what they do, and just mint some more of it. We'll just kind of make it up, and I'll have a large amount, and then I'll be able to control the DAO. I'll be able to control what the company does. I'll tell them what they're going to do because I'm the number one investor and they answer to me. They're so used to that. Now they have to shake it out of people's hands. That's totally different. And so I think that's what's going on. And that's why they haven't got me to sell my crypto yet. Underground, if you ever come to Miami, yep, absolutely. Well noted, man. And let's talk in the voice chat or something like that sometime. Let me get to know you, bro. Bro, I consider myself a regular, not a tech smart. And you know what I just thought of? So go to the gym. Everybody kind of has a lot of their lane here, right? Like Bankroll is like very in his trading, right? And Blues guy is very in the Flare ecosystem, but also he brings the health knowledge, right? He's very into the health stuff. So like a lot of times I'll be asking him questions. Well, I've more and more over the last couple of years been getting very into going to the gym, exercising, like more than I ever have. I've done martial arts my entire life. Chinese kung fu, Celtic martial arts is where I started and stuff like that. So I've done martial arts. So I like physical, right? Chinese kung fu is no joke, right? But that's tendon strength versus muscle actual growth. Anyways, and of course fighting ability, which is different than being in the gym. But you probably have a lot of knowledge. I assume your name is Go to the Gym, bro, because you actually go to the gym. I'm just going to walk out on a limb and say that I think that that's probably a possibility. So anyways, I may be asking you questions, and health really plays into it. I think that there's a nice fit here in this community. They have a dumb crypto down like how they did with computers. Yeah, exactly. How many people understood the internet when the internet first came out? How many people were literally scared of the internet? Like they're scared of AI right now. Oh. I'm just trying to get the chat running. Don't get too mad. I'm just trying to get you all fired up so the chat will run. But Bankroll's not here, so it might not work. So I'm just the street guy that likes a little making money. Hey, I was born and raised in very impoverished areas, so I feel you. I like to say it that way, but yeah, it's definitely the truth. So my thing is staying young. Hey, I love that. So you're saying even more than being into working out and stuff, and we've transitioned into the underground crypto hangout part of the night. I didn't say it, but we're here. All right. So Go to the Gym, bro, is ripped, I bet. I would walk out on a limb and say that's probably true. So you're even also are you trying to say you're also very into like the reverse aging, slow down aging? I mean, I would think any sane person would be. Like, I'm there with you, bro. I'm there with you on the health and stuff like that. Blues guy thinks I could do a better job, all right? I think Blues guy is going to live to be about 400 years old because he's got this thing dialed in. But I'm working on him, doing my best. I'm doing way better than I was doing 2 years ago, than I was a year ago, than I was 6 months ago, and 3 months ago. Like, that's all I can do, man. I can just do better and better. And so I'm hiding the water bottle that I have over here because Blues guy will get really mad at me. It's all love. Me and Blues guy actually chat and get to hang out a lot, so it's all love. The gym is the fountain of youth. I'm 54, feel like I'm 30. That's amazing. You and Blues guy have a lot in common because he swears he's getting younger and younger. He said scared no. Project Street guy here. Learned everything on the streets. Yeah. Hey, it sounds like we're all kind of flocks of the same feather, right? Hey, and that's what I want, man. A lot of people search so hard to have hundreds of people watching me. A lot of them only want a lot of people. And let's be honest. Let's say it for what it is, because I'm just transparent. I don't know how to be the other way. A lot of them want tons of people because they know that there's a percentage that transfers into sales if I pitch something to you, right? And so they want to have 10,000 people on a video, or realistically 1,000 or 800 people, because maybe 2% of those people are going to click their link and buy something, and that's all they're really here for. I don't really care about that. I need to make money because it'll allow me to focus all of my time and energy into YouTube, which means better content for you. There's a time and a place for it, but it's not my motivation. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just saying it. You believe me if you want to or not. But my point is, we all seem to be and I just want to find the people that are meant for me. That is like, we're on the same wavelength, and so many of them. TM Hustle and me and him get it. We come very similar backgrounds. Blues guy, we have very similar backgrounds. I'm sure when I get to meet or talk and hang out more, or even meet in real life, go to the gym, bro, I'm sure we're gonna have more things in common than we ever realized. And so many others, Bankroll. I got a lot in common with Bankroll. It's kind of wild. This thing coming down, I think what just happened? Anybody just peep what just happened? That was so weird. Yeah, reverse agent, doing it right now. Every year I get younger. I love that. Vibes attract your tribes, bro. Yep, heard that lots of times. Quality people come together. Holy Spirit. Nailed it. I love that. I love that a lot. See, I'm telling you, this thing was over and I would be down like $50 right now. I'd be mitigating, hoping that this thing is going to bounce. I'm like, what happens when I buy after it dumps? Which is so logical that you should hear, but when you keep getting back in, sometimes you get dumped on. You can only do that. You can only do that in this uptrend, and you had a really long uptrend. So you could see how this becomes actually very difficult to gauge, right? Because we started this amazing uptrend, and it was very amazing uptrend, right? But at some point, it's going to turn ugly, and this liquidation map is solid, because you're next. Remember, all this stuff right here, according to Green Fingers, has already been chewed through. They made all this money. Like, they made that 180K. They made that. You can see why they get so rich off of these exchanges. Right there, they made $258,000 in that one little bar. And look how many of them they chewed through today. They made millions and millions of dollars just off of River. Imagine how many coins they have going. They make billions of dollars every year. Okay. And what does that mean? Exactly what I said earlier. Incentive. I'm not mad at them, but to think that they don't move the needle in order to eat the money is kind of silly. And they're market makers. So it is what they told you they are. They make the market. So if that's lost on anybody, it's hard to get mad at them. They told you we make the market. It's our exchange. You came to our market. You came to our field and decided you were going to play with us. And if you lose, you lose. You knew the risk. 248,000. 186,000 at 64 and 65. And then it gets real saucy around 60. It's very hard not to short this thing. I got to be so honest. If I was to short it, I haven't even really tried that yet. I got to let it actually establish. It's got to actually establish a really good downtrend. But there's high chance you're coming down here to 54. Anyways, it's relevant to me, maybe not relevant to you. I avoided getting caught in this nastiness, and that's a home run win for me. That's what I got to say. Let's go play some Panzer Dogs. Anybody want to play some Panzer Dogs? Yep, Underground, my brother in spirit. Exactly. And I love that a lot of people who are here are, not afraid to speak the word of God. And I mean literally the word God, okay? Or Jesus or whatever. They're not afraid to say that they're about God. TM Hustling, I know, is like that. Blues Guy is like that. Bankroll says it, you know what I mean? I don't know about Campsa. I never heard him say nothing about it. But anyways, I love that. That's my right tribe right there. Let's play a round of Panzer Dogs. Blues Guy, if you want the invite, you can have it. Right after this 3-minute match. Says I can. I'm in a trade. Hey, that's fine. I went ahead and started the round anyways. I'm very glad I am not in that river trade right now. I cannot begin to express to you how glad I am to not be in that river trade right now. You have no idea. It's so funny. You know, I never thought of this. I've never felt so accomplished not getting in a trade before. But not getting like suckered into buying the top there and trying to mitigate my way out of there. And there's plenty of times that like I mitigate my way out of it and I make hundreds of dollars on it. Over the last couple of days, the last 3-4 days that I've really been doing this. Now, wow, that sneeze came out of nowhere. I do want to say one time I made, I turned $2,000 into $4,500 with a very similar style, but I did not understand margin. Like, I didn't understand margin at all. I was just winning because I would keep jumping in. I was on cross leverage, which is kind of a similar idea, right? I was on cross leverage, and if you understand cross leverage, so I was on cross leverage and I had a lot of money in the position, and I was on 100x leverage too. So like I was like ripping $200-$300 over and over and over, and I made like $2,500. Sorry about that. In a very quick period of time. And then I gave it back, and I also gave back literally all of the money I started with. So I lost all my gains, and I lost everything I started with. I was up $4,500. I had made $2,000 in less than a week. I thought I had figured it out. I was going to be a trader for life now. I went and bought a laptop. That money was already in my bank account in my mind, but in reality, it was not in my bank account. And I lost that $4,500. And then I had, $500 for a laptop. Not saying it was eating me alive. I was running my handyman moving business, had the resale business. My wife mostly ran it at that point. And I wasn't hurting for money. It didn't kill me. But now I didn't have the money that I thought that I had from trading. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take $500 for my profit. I'll still have $4,000. Then I'll have a laptop to trade with on the go. And I messed it all up. And it was a reason why I didn't trade for a while. And then I would trade some other times and stuff, and I would do okay, but I wouldn't do phenomenal. I would do all right, but like it was slow money. It was very slow money. So very much do believe this thing is going to at least start. I mean, it's going. Maybe your first bounce is around 65. It's got a long way to go. I should probably be shorting this, but I don't have as much experience with that. Makes me very wary to short that thing. Actually, I don't know. I've watched that thing dump so many days. And this is where I get back into trade and I'll be stressed out in an hour. I'm not going to do it. See how you have to talk your way through it? I'm just being like genuine right in front of y'all while I'm talking, like, definitely. It's so real. All right, let's take a look at a couple of things. I've showed you Fogo. It's cool. We got the farmer going on. I've said what I really like about this is a lot of things you go to, they have a farm, you put some money in and you're staking, and that's it. That's all it is. Like that's it. And so I like that I can actually like play it a little bit. I can get more plots, I can plant more plants, I can do more things. And if I can keep the money rolling with the trading, like I'm going to drop $50 on Flare first, probably 100 or more on some Flare and things like that. But I'm also going to be able to drop some, just play around with things more and have a little bit more usable income. I mean, I don't think that that's really lost on anybody. I haven't played this in a long time. Let's play a round of Maddle. Oh, wow. We got 14 likes on the stream tonight. And it's been a great stream. I don't know, does everybody even care when I talk about the analytics a little bit, getting monetized and stuff like that? We did it. Because there's been a lot of times I've asked for your guys' support, and you've showed up and supported. And it really is thanks to you guys. Like, I have to get 4,000 watch hours, and I finally hit it. In order to actually get monetized and submit it and then get approved, for some reason YouTube is like a week behind. I don't know why they're a week behind. You know what I mean? Like, why are you a week behind YouTube? Like, I could understand being 24 hours behind, but you're a week behind? what? That doesn't even make any sense. But it probably just gives them a chance to process stuff, but it doesn't really change it because actually they're a week behind. So it'd be the same as if they were just actually caught up. Anyways, I digress. I have to actually wait like another week before I can submit it. So it's like you're there, but you're not there. And I can't really lose it, I don't think. I don't know how I could just like go down. But anyways, I'm just saying I really appreciate everybody. You can't get watch hours if nobody comes and watches. YouTubers, we're very much like, sometimes we get put on a pedestal. Not me. I'm brand new. Like, not me. But there are lots of YouTubers and influencers who are put on a pedestal. And anyways, like, people don't realize sometimes the influencers themselves forget, like, they're nothing without the people who come and watch them and support them, super chat, buy their products, click their links, whatever they're doing. They're absolutely nobody without that. I think once you get millions of followers, it's easy to completely forget that. The goal is to not turn out like that. And yeah, we're hanging out. I'm just talking to you. I love crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is still a crypto channel. We're still talking crypto related things, but we're also a community. And I don't want to take away from the fact that we are a crypto channel, because that is always our core and where we're at here. But like, we're also a crypto family. Like, we're also made up of a group of individuals who've come together because of vibration, you know, because of the Holy Spirit, because of whatever you like, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to argue with you. I know what I think it is. I just said it. But anyways, you know, we gotta connect a little bit more than just what's your favorite crypto coin sometimes. So this is always the chance to do that. Also, this is a great time. Like, if I'm talking and we're in the underground hangout, like, and I'm playing a game and we're just giving space for everybody to kind of like talk and stuff, like, don't feel like you can't say, hey, like, can we look at this? Like, can we look at that? Like, what about this coin? Like, can you deep dive this coin? Like, we'll stop on a dime. We've done it many times, especially for new people in the chat. And we'll go over stuff. You know what I mean? We're always crypto centered. But like, that doesn't mean somebody here can't talk about something amazing that happened in their day, how they're a auto mechanic, how they're a this, how they're a that, something they want to tell people, a story about a time that they once almost completely gave up. You know what I mean? We want to hear that story, because you never know when there's somebody here who's struggling with something and they're about to give up. Like, they're on the edge of giving up. And your story could inspire them and keep them on the path of success just because you decided to share. You know, maybe Go to the Gym Bro is going to come in here on a daily basis and he's going to start inspiring people who are crypto people who maybe have very little thought or interest around actually working out, you know. Maybe he's going to inspire them to work out. He's going to talk about the benefits. He's going to tell us how to be younger. Who knows? All right. I say a whole bunch of stuff, but I have to actually look at the chat, right? Said yes, 100. Absolutely. We stuck with you, bro. We believe. I love that, man. Not going nowhere. It's good, but I really like the deep dives. It's good. I'm sorry. It's good, but I really like the deep dives. Are you talking about the trading, Melissa? Did you feel like we didn't do enough deep dive in the night? Well noted. Well noted. Hard work pays off. Good thing always takes time, fam. I would say crypto is not the best moment, so viewership is down. Yeah, of course. And that's how you know that I'm not here to, like, if I wanted strictly views, I would have picked something that was far more popular. Like, if you just did the math of how many millions of people are into football, because I am going to do a football podcast. And it's funny, that's still not my motivation at all. It's my brother, you know, my best friend who I've known for 20 plus years, you know, who I grew up with. He's really into football. He knows a ton of stuff about football. I know a little bit about football. Next to him, compared to him, I don't know nothing. But you know what I mean? I know how to work YouTube really well. I think, I don't know, maybe I do. I know how to go live. So like, that's my job. You know, my job is to handle the YouTube and the video editing and this, that, and the other. And, you know, he gets to show up and talk about football. I think it's great. Has a much wider audience than crypto. So you're right. But even that, I'm just doing it because I've been trying to do like a project or something, you know, a business type project of some sort with my brother for a long time. And we've never been able to find something that works well for our schedules and our lives. So we a family, absolutely blues guy. Go to the gym, says LOL, we are each other's reflection. So that would be awesome. Hey, I'm just empowering you, man. It's all around, but you have people that believe in you. So that's all that matters underground. Amen, bro. I could not agree with you more. I'm going to try to not get rinsed in this game. I'm just going to blame it on the fact that I haven't played it in a really long time. But yeah, definitely. I really appreciate everybody's support. That's why I constantly say it. That your guys' support is literally everything when it comes to me showing up and pressing live. I'm not saying if you weren't here I wouldn't go live. I'm saying it would be a lot less interactive and exciting and fun. I wouldn't get as excited. If I knew every day I was coming here and there was only like 4 people that was going to be here, I would show up for those 4 people and I would believe that it was going to grow. I would. But it's so much more like, oh, all right, let's go live. You know, I know Bankroll's going to be there, even though he's not here tonight, but I believe in him. He's here most of the time. I know Blues Guy's going to be there. Now I'm pretty confident Go to the Gym Bro's going to be here. And if you ever miss a stream, like, it's no big deal. There's another one tomorrow. But I do beg you come back because I need you. I really do. And I'm not shy about it. I'm not going to pretend like I don't. There's no YouTube channel when nobody watches the channel. I guess I could reiterate that another 10 times, but I think I'll hang that up for now. All right, cool. Said, we love you, Underground. Thank you, Melissa. CC is acting like River. Get on it. Oh. First, let me make sure that they have it here. I'm sure they do. It's Canton, right? Oh, no. They don't have it on Weeks? Weeks doesn't have Canton. It's number 30th. I sounded like I had a lisp there. That was crazy. Everybody immediately delete that. I need those Men in Black things where I could delete your memory. That didn't just happen. Anyways, do they really not have that? It's like the 30th by market cap biggest crypto coin in the market, and you're going to tell me they don't have that at all? Look at that thing. It is so making one of these right now. Thing going dump. We're going to come back to this. The good thing is I feel like I've figured River out. I'm going to have to port you guys over to TradingView. We'll go look at it, but like I don't know how I'm going to trade it right away. I obviously have other accounts in other exchanges, but I don't have that one set up that I could show. And I'm always skeptical about logging into MEXC without a VPN or something. And I don't know. Maybe this is the day where I try to put the VPN on. So let's change one of these that I don't really care about. What is Mobox doing? Just getting beaten into the dirt for the rest of eternity. Oh, well. Probably not making much money on that investment. Sad when things never recover. CC is the ticker, right? Yep, that's Canton. Sure is. Might as well look at it on... I want perpetuals, though. Okay, Binance perpetuals. Let's do that. Bang, let's go. Oh, the daily. The daily in a ginormous cup and handle. Look at that bad boy. I got to point this out, Blues Guy, before I go. Look at that thing on the daily. Whoa. And even in the daily, it almost looks like an inverted head and shoulder. Look at this. Shoulder, head, shoulder-ish. I don't know about that last shoulder. I don't think it's going to be a shoulder. I think it's going to flag here. But if it flags, that means this. Just keep in mind. I'm not saying that's going to happen immediately. The daily is completely oversold, but that's a large time frame. The daily resetting could take 2 weeks. You know, what was this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days just to pump up there. Yeah, let's see how that lines up. Yeah, it's about 9 days. So maybe not 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half, right? All right, let's drop down to the 4 hour. See what we got going on more locally. You do look like you have liftoff here. Like you're getting it. It's not quite how I want it. something like this. I hate when the lines blend. Let's just bring it up a little bit so we can see what the heck we are doing. When it has this breakdown, I'm like, do I take it from here? A lot of times I just draw the whole thing. All right, I'm messing it up. Get rid of that. Let's grab like this. Dang, Melissa said she's here for the deep dives. I feel like I didn't do many deep dives. Now I feel like I let you down, Melissa. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have said that, because there's nothing wrong with it at all. I really actually love your feedback. But you can tell I pay attention, because I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, dang, I need to do more deep. I need to, if we're going to trade and stuff and do that, I need to make sure we're doing more deep dives. I love doing the trading and stuff, and I know that you guys love it. But it's going to be a little hard to not like throw the stream off every day. Let me cook. Let me think about it. So 4 hour is above the 21. It's in with price action. It's been in with price action for a while. Wouldn't be surprised if we, what am I doing? Sometimes I click the things and they don't happen. I wouldn't be surprised if we pull back and consolidate. I'm not saying it's not going to pump a little bit right now, but I am saying that it is. It's looking like, and doing these top-down analysis as we get smaller, that'll tell me if I want to trade it right now and how long I want to trade it for. This is a bit of the sauce I've missed a lot of the time. No bearish div on the 4 hour. Not really any bullish div either. Let's go down into the 1 hour. What do we got cooking for the 1 hour? Keep seeing like this. I mean, to me, it looks almost very like shoulder, head and shoulder, but it just doesn't really fit the mold, to be honest with you. What the heck is that thing? Almost Adam and Eve-ish, but you like didn't get the Eve. You only got the Adam. I don't know what to call that thing. Looks like a fall and then a fall. Okay. So now we're getting that pump. Kind of looks like the hour's high, man. The 15-minute resetting, it's not doing too bad. Looks like it's mostly going sideways here on the 15. It's a weird pattern. I mean, it's definitely flaggish. I almost put it something like that with a bit of a move. And we're going, it looks like, to the top of, what the heck is that line there for? Oh, okay, that was like our daily. That was our daily handle. So look how that lines up, guys. You can't make this up. So if we pop back to the daily, you almost can't even see it. But this little flag here is basically saying that you're going to this line. Which I don't even know if it's, I did move it at one point. Yeah. Anyways, never mind. Forget I said that. So it looks like you could go up to like 16 cents. And now we'll dive into like the 5. And when I do, I am going to remove everything we already looked at. And this is where we get like choppy in a range. Let's find us some support and resistance. Boy, I wish I did this good of analysis when I actually trade stuff myself. Sometimes I just jump into stuff like an idiot. I'm not afraid to admit it. I know what to do. Sometimes knowing what to do just takes a little bit too much time. And I want to make that money now. I think that idea and that thought kind of lives inside of all of us. And it's one of the real struggles when it comes to actually trading. Man, I'm not finding that many really good support and resistance in here. Maybe more locally. Look at that inverted head and shoulder, though. It's hard to miss that thing. Shoulder, head, shoulder. It's actually a really nice one. And you could say it's complex with another and another. What would be the measured move on that thing? And see, look how good those support and resistance work out. That's exactly where you got rejected. And I didn't draw it from this one. On the 5, I drew it for something that was way back in previous price action. Let's get this thing right to where it needs to be. Not looking at the chat. It's probably driving everybody nuts. Sorry, Blues guy. Definitely looks like 16 cents. Says, I'm here for the long haul. So glad to hear that. And I knew it. I knew you were. That's why I gave you the wrench. Mad love. Hey, love all y'all. Thank you for being here. Bro, Silver and Canton on fire, guys. I'll be here as long as I'm not on the run from the feds underground. Hey, that's a deal. That's solid. I'll definitely forgive you if you're on the run and you gotta, I hear that El Salvador has cleaned up a lot of the stuff on the streets. I don't know if you want to be a criminal on the streets in El Salvador. They be showing that gang, the jail, full of all the gang members in El Salvador. That place looks terrifying. For if you were not a gang member, that place is, you'd be dead. I don't know. You'd be dead in like no time if they even let those people like walk around. I don't even know if they're allowed to walk around. My criminal tendencies always keep me moving, bro. Hey, hilarious. I like the straight and narrow a little bit. You know what I mean? I've been around so much of that my entire life. Growing up just is always around you. And I like the legit life. 4 hours, bro. Yes, underground. Let's deep dive for the queen. Says stop at blues. Good night, crew. Check you later. Thank you. Go to the gym. Thank you. And hey, again, thank you for all the super chats you've sent. Even if it wasn't today, I really appreciate that. It was like $40, man. And it might have even been 60. I think did he do it twice or 3 times? I know twice for sure. But he might even did it 3 times. And that's amazing. 17 cents, says Blues Guy. Okay. Maybe my measured move was a little more conservative. See ya, Mr. Iron Fist. I like that. Iron Fist. Take care. Rock it. All right, so then we move into the 1 minute. Let's take a look at that. And Blues Guy, why do you think this thing is gonna just moon so hard? 17 cents. I mean, 17 cents is a good move. I'm not really sure that I see where you're getting that from. This flag, maybe. That's not like a flag to me though. So you have this. Okay, and you already maybe broke out. I think I see it here. This. It's a huge breakout, but this is like Sam always says, trading broken patterns with like this measured move from like the breakout get you to like 16.6. I don't know. We all do our TA, I guess, a little bit different. I don't know where exactly you get 17 cents from. You definitely let me get to the 3. I love the 3. The 3 is like the perfect combination of the 1 and the 5. It's like, the 3 minute is my go-to. I love the 3 minute chart. Just the same way the 7 is between the 5 and like the 10 really, but like between the 5 and the 15. I don't use the 10 minute that much, honestly. I'll check it as I'm rolling through, but like I don't really use it that much. So got another bounce off of the 200. It's up. It's already interacting with the 21. Is it going to get past it? You know how it normally goes. We'd be looking for flag. Was waiting for an answer from Blues Guy. I did not get one. Let's see. How long have we been live? It's amazing. 3 hours. 3 hours and 9 minutes. I swear I could sit here forever. Of course, in all fairness, when it gets late, the viewership does drop down because people can't sit on the stream all night. People got stuff to do. Rocket Man by Elton John. Okay. This didn't do quite what I thought it would do, but am I that far off? Looks like some broken pattern stuff. And it's like you had to see that they pitch you these glimmers of hope. Like there was this glimmer of hope here that you were going to get back above the 200. But for me trading this for the last couple of days, I'm telling you that thing is not getting back above the 200. It's not happening. It is dipping and diving. And maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe it's going to make a double M up here. But I really think this thing is cooked. Oh, dude, why am I not asking ChatGPT? I ask ChatGPT everything. It's insane. So, where can I see a heat map of liquidity for the cryptocurrency exchange. And I'll have to type it because it'll never spell it right. Official Weeks tools, if available. As of now, Weeks doesn't publicly list a built-in liquidity. So why are we talking about it? Why are we talking about it if they don't even have it? Duh. Weeks does offer market data and trading analytics inside its platform, like order book. Yeah, that's cool. I don't really care about that. Which are related to liquidity. Yep. So you're telling me that there is so a third party. Yes, a third party. CoinGlass, of course. Bookmap. Okay. Let's see. What does it say? Works for Weeks. Of course, Bookmap says depends. Like, just say you don't know ChatGPT. You don't know. You don't know if it's on there. All right. Well, that doesn't answer my question, but it also does answer my question. You're just now getting to this first liquidity. It's got to get down. It's got to get down to at least 60. I might, if we get down to like this 60 area, I might take a short because it's going to chew through that liquidity. So I need to go set myself up, go to River, hit the delete button, make sure I got rid of literally everything. Roll to 60. It'll be so much easier to do on a bigger time frame. Where's 60? Here. And let's set an alert. At like just barely above 60. All right, let's hit it alert. Let's add that alert. And I might start shorting it when we get down there. I'll refresh my book map and stuff. All right, also, let's open book map. Do love me some book map. Melissa says over 3 hours. Yeah. Well, with the trading, I think we spent easily an hour on the trading. The thing is, if I'm already in a trade, it seems like 9:30 is a really good time period. It's like, man, but I don't, it's hard because I love it and I love doing it and I love making the money. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want to turn this into a trading stream. That's not what I do. I'd love to incorporate it. And if we can do a good job of bouncing back and forth between it, but then you have really tense moments, right? Where like I got to nail the getting out, you know? I got to nail maybe getting in and setting up, or I take profits. I got to look like, cuz I'm going in and out. It's just it's not the same thing as like, oh, Bookmaps is open somewhere else. No, it's fine. Open it here. It's not the same thing as like a flag 3-1 and then you set it and then that's what it is. And I'll still trade some of that stuff sometimes. But this has just been bringing in pretty quick money. And so I gotta try to perfect it. It's quick money and it works really well. And there's a lot less having to worry about what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck that thing is talking about. And so anyways, long story short, what was I saying? Dang it. This doesn't happen to me very often. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody will tell me. Oh, long story short, I like doing the trading, but I don't know. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to manage that. Now, if I'm not, that's if I'm in a trade already when I start the stream and stuff. I could hold off till later, you know, try to get through the what's trending and everything a little bit quicker, and then maybe. See, I really don't know what a lot of this stuff is, and I'm saying then maybe start trading. Let me finish my thought. DX feed free delayed. No idea what that means. I just turned that off. I really need to watch videos on Bookmap and figure out what the heck I'm actually doing. I really only know how to. I watched a couple videos of how to set up this basically from the lifer. And then, like, after that, I have legit no idea what the heck everything else means. Because you can tell this thing is built for, like, advanced liquidity and stuff in a lot of different places. This is multi-book. I know I do want to be a multi-book. You have perpetuals, which are not really what I want here. Load balance. I've legit no idea. I don't want futures. I want perpetuals. The spot doesn't even matter. I like how it said depends. Like, it depends. Maybe Bookmap has it. Maybe it doesn't. Symbols, consolidations, Binance Futures, Bybit, OKX, and BitGet. So they're it's a multi-book exchange. Okay. And this is what I usually use. Oh, and I can choose my ticker size and stuff like that. Bro, make that thing 5. So when you subscribe, a smaller display negatively. If it happens, please subscribe with a larger value. Okay. They don't like that I subscribe so small. And I did it by 5s. They don't like that at all. And so this is supposed to be BTC from like 4 or 5 different exchanges. I use it all the time, but I actually slowed down a little bit to really double check what the heck I was doing. And I really zoom out first. I want to see where's their big liquidity. 85,000 has 1,000 BTC. What are the odds that you're not going to? What are the odds that you're not going to 85,000? You know what a market maker does, right? Market maker gonna go make the market. I hate that. I really hope we get some liquidity somewhere else. Now, when you zoom up again down to 88,900, very high likelihood that you're going to. I feel like you could. This is just my opinion. This is my thought. Knowing about how to add to margin and stuff as much now, I feel like you could easily set a short and then dump a little bit of money in your margin. So like you're like really far away. But who knows? This thing could still pump. This thing could be a game. Sometimes they set these and they have no intention of filling them, and they're going to close them when you get down to a certain point. Like it's all a game a lot of the time. And of course, once again, I'm realizing that I never brought you over to Bookmap. That's how I know it's getting late, in that like people aren't watching as much, which is totally acceptable. We've been live for like 3 hours, and I'm barely in the frame. I'm all over the place. I wish somebody would have told me. I know how the lifer feels now. I really do, guys. Let's shout out to the super chats tonight. The fan funding, if you will. Melissa, $2. She didn't say nothing at all, but she gave $2. Thank you very much. And then Blues Guy, sharing love and gratitude, all underground, my man, go Flare. And just thank you for being here. And thank you for the super chats. It means a lot to me. Like a lot. It means a lot to me. Because it's the extra mile. You know? Not because it's money, but it's the extra mile. And you guys are going the extra mile for me. You guys are already mods. You're already very involved. It's amazing. And I think you guys are going to have an amazing time. Look at that. Look how the TA plays out. My goodness. Oh, I'm an idiot. Never mind. I had it cut off, and I thought it went like exactly to where I laid out. No, it's still dumping. And maybe as I get better with my strategy and stuff, I'll flip it and I'll short the other way. Like I don't have the confidence to do that. And I've taken many shorts and I've shorted many things, but I know it's the exact same thing. But I just don't have the same extreme confidence to do it that I have with longing. And that's how we get stuck in a bias and don't realize that we get stuck in a bias. Sorry, my computer shut down, overheating, too much trading. You're hilarious. Have to go to an appointment in the morning. Much gratitude. Have a good night. I'm going to shut it down in a second. You're not going to miss much of anything. I will make sure that there is much more deep dives for you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. And with that, guys, I am going to hop off. I'm pretty sure I heard my wife say about 5 minutes ago, when the heck is your father ever going to get off his live stream to my son? And so with that, I'm going to go probably get an earful for being live for 3 hours. I'm just joking. She's not like that at all. But it is hilarious to say. And everybody enjoy their night. Stay underground, stay crypto. Over a 3-hour stream. We did it once again. We showed up. And we traded. I made $700 or something like that, maybe more. And it was a great stream. Everybody have a great night. There's my wife in the chat. All right. Oh, man. That's great. All right. Let's end the stream. Can I do it? Stay underground. Stay crypto. I'll catch you in the next one. There will be another live tomorrow night. See you in the Discord. Link in the chat. Maybe I never linked it. It's in the Discord. It's in the description then. Night, everyone.